Mele ma kekale Yes, do visa, whatever that is. Welcome to the Voice of Science, a beautiful day. Uh, you know what? The president is on, so what we have to do is we got to give the president a round of applause. I mean, the president of the United States Association, Delaware Valley Chapter. Yes, the president is here. Round of applause for the president. The honorable chairman of the board member, if you like, board to Jack, who is following, so we'll give a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Okay, so do me a big favor, please. It's a beautiful show today. And so I want you to do me a large favor here. All you have to do is hit that share button. And I will be right back to share the agenda with you, and we'll get the show on the way. We'll be right back to recognize the rest of you that follow the show. All right, so this is the Voice of Sinoe again with Dr. Sayapo there. Beautiful. I lied to you not. It's a beautiful, great show today. A lot of good things on the agenda. And so you don't want to watch the show alone. So we'll be right back. I mean, we're going old school today, okay? So let's do that.
Hey, on va gâter le coin. Allez, Soukouba. Le coin est gâté. Laissez vos ordures dans la poubelle.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Voice of Sinoe in the Diaspora with Doc Sayapo there. You know, the people think we are in the US, so we don't know our language. That is not true. I speak the original language than any of you that are following the show right now. All right, so they call me Doc Sayapo, the esoteric, coming to you live from Prospect Park, Pennsylvania, these United States of America. If you're under the sound of my euphonious voice, I want to welcome you in a special way to the platform. I saw a couple of you while I was playing the music. So those that I can see right now, this time I'd like to recognize again the president of the Delaware Valley chapter, Madame Frances Myers, and we want to welcome her with some 21 gun salutes. All right, we'll make it brief. And then we want to recognize the rest of you with applause, okay? Special applause for you guys for joining the Voice of Sinoe today. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. Yeah. Let's see here what we got here today. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It's a very cold day today. The last time I checked before coming on, or if you even follow the quarter below, we got 29 degrees today, the highest, and then the lower. The lowest today in Pennsylvania got 19 degrees. Okay, so for us, if you're in Minnesota, that's good temperature for you, but for us here, it's pretty cold. All right, so welcome aboard again. So let me share my agenda with you to know what we'll be talking about. I hope you are having a great day out there, a great time out there. Don't forget, COVID is still around, so we want to remind you, wear your mask, wash your hands, and do what you can do to remain safe. The vaccines are around right now, so hopefully it will be all over the place. Mr. Milton Teahjay, welcome aboard, sir. All right, so let's give you the agenda for today, the things that I will be talking about. And before I do that, I want to for whatever reason, my followers, you guys don't participate. And when we come here, I mean, I like you to listen to me, of course, but I want to hear your view as well, what you think about the things that I'll be talking about, or I can say, because a lot of times you guys just follow the show and no input, and that is not good. You know, so we have to interact, we have to engage with the bullet points or the issues on a discussion. And so you have two ways to participate. You can participate by calling a number. You can see it below there, 267-648-8149. That's the number you can call to participate, at least when you are in the US. And if you want to come live to interact with Doc Sayapo, the esoteric, just send me the link. I will shoot you the link so you can show your beautiful face on the global platform. That being said, you can also follow us on YouTube. All you have to do is Madison Freeman. You go there, you can also hit subscribe, so every time I go live, you will know, you get notification. All right, so that's something you can do as well. Watch the show on your big screen or TV. All right, let's go to our agenda here. I think you see one of the bullet points over there. So let's see. Let me show you the light stuff. I didn't see somebody celebrated their birthday, so I don't have birthday greetings today. But we just want to do a shout out to Emin Blai. Blai graduated, so we'll do a shout out to the brother. That's a good thing. Our brothers back home, they are doing good. Those also out here. And I will also do just a quick reminder, a meeting reminder to all members of USAA Delaware Valley chapter, and also we make a death announcement, tragic. The next thing I will be talking about today on the platform, I call that an overview of Zarzarism, Cheaism and Teahjayism. Okay, so those are philosophies that will be reviewing. An overview of Zarzarism, Cheaism, and Teahjayism. Those are the philosophy. If you like, we're going to Zarzarize Voice of Sinoe today, or we'll Cheainize the platform. All right, so if you are a Teahjayist, I don't know how you're going to feel, but let's see how it goes. I want to recognize the host of Disciple Nation, Cooley Morris. Welcome, sir. All right, so the next thing I'll be talking about on the platform. I call that the dark hands of Milton Teahjay in the mysterious death of comrade Stanley Togba. The dark hands of Milton Teahjay in the mysterious death of comrade Stanley Togba. All right, that's something we're going to be talking about. Next thing I call here, the Duncanization of Sinoe. It's a new vocabulary. Got like big words. No. So it's Crichton Duncan is a representative of Sinoe County Electoral District number 1. So I call that Duncanization of Sinoe. Is it a prospective political move in preparation for 2023 or a genuine effort to develop Sinoe? That's a question I will be exploring today, or together we're going to explore that question. The Duncanization of Sinoe. Is it a prospective political move in preparation for 2023 or a genuine effort to develop Sinoe? Next on the platform, we're going to be talking about, I'd like to recognize that's Ado. Ado, welcome on board. That's also the president of the state of 10,000 Lakes, Mr. Casey Wilder. Welcome on board. Saying the man is the president, so we're going to give you a gunshot here. He's one of our leaders, so we're giving not 21 gun salute, but a few gun salutes. Okay, welcome aboard, Mr. President. All right, so after the Duncanization, we also going to be talking about what I call revisiting the travel budget of President Geleo. Revisiting the travel budget of President Geleo. We talked about the budget the other time, but we reflected. I thought I didn't do a good job on that budget, so we're going to reiterate. We're going to review the budget. Okay. Next on the Voice of Sinoe today, things that I'll be talking about. I call this USAA 2019 North Dakota Convention Resolutions in Review. All right, USAA, which is the United States Association 2019 North Dakota Convention Resolutions in Review. All right, this is very important. We have these documents, we put stuff on paper, and for some reason we tend to forget them. So my job here as somebody who has a platform is to reiterate, to repeat. So if you want to be a big bold man, to ingeminate the information so that we can't forget them. I want the information to be ingrained. We have to assimilate the information so that when we speak, we're going to be speaking from an informed perspective. All right, so that's the thing that I have today. So let's do a quick shout out to this brother right here. If you know him, Emin, I think about the graduate. He put this picture. I know the brother, um, a young guy from Sinoe, and so we just want to do a shout out to the brother here. That's Emin right there. Emin is graduating from the University of Liberia with a bachelor's degree. I don't know exactly which in what is his major. But Emin, he's currently works at the Port of Greenville. I think he's one of the final guys, if I'm not in the marginal error. Yeah, but he is graduating pretty soon. What's the motto of the University of Liberia? Yeah, it translated as light in darkness. So some Latin phrase. So the guy is coming from. He is now one of the lights in the country. He's coming from a light in the darkness. So he's about to illuminate or light up the country and our county. And so, as somebody who follows the activities of Sinoe County, I'm here to do justice to all of us. And so, when you are doing the right thing, we want to give you the pat on the back. And what Emin did to go getting a bachelor degree, it's a tough. Going to college, I think one of the major steps, to 4 years, to complete that is not it's not an easy thing in college. So, Emin, we want to say congratulations for the beautiful work. Wish you more, man. You can do more. One more year, and you'll have your masters. So that's why I say bachelor is the more difficult. You have to go all these years, but some of the graduate programs, just a couple of months and you're out. So we wish the brother well. Thank you so much for the beautiful job. All right, that's Blai. We want to say congratulations to the brother. All right, next thing here that I want to talk about. Let's get to the next one here quickly. From that, all right. So this one. To the members of the Delaware Valley chapter, we just want to remind you, we sent out a communication a couple of days ago, and we are calling all the members to attend our meeting. Teleconference is scheduled for tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. So we are inviting all the members of the chapter to attend our meeting. You all know our president is bereaved, and so we have to discuss some important issues or things. Other things are on the agenda besides the bereavement of the president. All right, so we are calling all the members to be part of that meeting. Please spread the news with your friend. My gadget was updated. The old one crashed, and so as a result, I don't have everybody's number. And so those of you that received that message, the citation, please share with your friends. All right, the next thing here, our chair lady, Delaware Valley chapter, Verma Smith, she lost her sister in Liberia. So you can reach out to the sister. That's one of our hardworking members, both at the local and national level. And so we want to let you know she is bereaved. Sister in Liberia, she passed away. I think of older sister, passed away. So we want to use the platform to say on behalf of the office of this is an unofficial condolences. Because the president right now herself is bereaved. But on behalf of the president, the office of the president, and on behalf of the chapter, on the chair lady, we want to say have our sympathy. May the faithful departed rest in perfect peace, and may the God in whom you believe comfort you. May the God be with you. For me, we are here physically to come and show our solidarity, our support. All right. So I also want to, I don't know exactly one of the smartest guys in Liberia that's Lester Wule, he just joined the platform. I think Lester is graduating as well. I'm not too sure, but that's what I detected from the post he wrote. But when we get the image too, we'll do a shout out to Lester. Lester, when I went to Liberia the other day, I met him. Very smart guy. You know, I listened to him. He speaks pretty good English. You know, even though speaking great English does not make you smart, but I follow his writings and stuff like that, and he makes a lot of sense. You know, a lot of guys. And when I follow these various activities, like the engagement I have with these young guys on Sino Forum or other platforms, I do so to assess the guys' skills and so that they can assess my skills as well, so we can get to know each other. You know, and so I was glad the other day I met Lester. We chatted a little bit. We had a little forum with the pullover, and that was great. So Lester, whatever you're doing, keep it up, man. Keep it up. All right, so let's get to business here. Let's get to business. This one, we are doing, I call that an overview of Zarzarism and Cheaism, and Teahjayism. All right, and those words words that were coined by Dr. Ayopo the Esoteric. You know, I'm a fan of words. So Zarzarism is a philosophy. It's a political philosophy of Honorable Zaza. Cheaism is the philosophy of Senator Cheah. And then Teahjayism is the philosophy of Senator Teahjay. And so what I'm going to do is to give you the philosophies of those leaders and see what they believe. And you can square that with what they are doing, you know, because what you think, what you believe is what you do. Your belief, your beliefs, they determine your action. All right. So whatever you believe in, you're more likely to act on that. All right. And so that's why some of us we tend to, when people say, you know, we got freedom of thought, it's true, but you have to rigorously challenge the other person's philosophy, whatever they believe. When it can pass critical analysis, then of course we can accept it. But we can say, oh, because that's somebody believes, so we can challenge. Every belief, everything that somebody does should be subject to challenge. Yes, that how you test the strength of whatever you are doing or whatever you believe in. So when you say, oh, don't go into religious discussion, it's not good. Okay, that means your religion is not strong, or whatever your religious beliefs are not strong. When we go into it, maybe whatever, there are some things that you don't know as a believer. And so those of the skeptics, the agnostics, the atheists, and so they see the world from another perspective. So then they're going to be challenging your beliefs. Or if that politics, the other person from the other side will see your philosophy from another side, your point of view, they're going to put it on a critical scrutiny. You know, so your ability to defend that makes, or yeah, to make your argument to be coherent, makes you a good apologist of that beliefs, or makes your belief stronger, if you like. All right. Now, so we're going to be, so before we go into the analysis of those various beliefs, Zarzarism, Cheaism, and Teahjayism, I like to first, um, I like to first give you the overview, the report from the newspaper. They call it the Manifest newspaper. You know, I have been saying some of these things, but people, they see Dr. Ayopo there as a troublemaker. No, I am not a troublemaker. I am an objectivist. I believe in what is right. So when it is right, because maybe some people, they are philosophically savvy, so that objectivism is another philosophy. So we don't want to go into that right now. But I'm using the word objectivism, or I'm an objectivist in the literal sense, or in the literal sense of that word. Okay, so you have, when somebody is objective, I mean the person is fair. So it's in that context I'm using that word. Okay, so all right, sorry, just connection over there for my headphones. All right, so we're going to put out the review from the Manifest newspaper, what they said. They give synopsis, basically overview of those lawmakers. Okay, there are various lawmakers in the country, and I'm focusing on Sinoe County here. So what the newspaper said about the leaders of Sinoe County, I'd like to share that update with you. It's not coming from me, it's from the newspaper, Manifest newspaper in Liberia. All right, so let's see what it's saying about the leaders of Sinoe County. All right, so this is, if you don't know, these are the leaders. This is Senator Teahjay, okay? Senator Milton Teahjay is one of the, so the philosophy of Teahjayism is from his name. We'll talk about Duncanization of Sinoe later, but we're talking about Cheaism, Zarzar, and Senator Teahjay at this point. All right, so let's get to the other lawmakers. Image here. Let me show the images to you first. So this is Senator Augustine Cheaism. So we'll give you Cheaism as well. All right, Cheaism, and we have, of course, the political Gandhi, Zarzarism, the philosophy of Honorable Zarza. We're going to go into that. All right, so these are the leaders that the newspaper, the people were analyzing. They gave what they are doing, in Congress, so that you can know, because again, what you believe in is how you act. You act upon your beliefs. So now let's see. Let's get to this first image that I want to share with you. Where is my? All right, so I'm sorry it might not be clear on your side, but I'll read it from my end, and so you can know, or you can hear what is being said about those leaders. That image from the newspaper over there is Honorable Zarzar and Honorable Cheaism. So we want to get a perspective of the Manifest newspaper, what it's saying. All right, so they give us Cheaism in summary and Honorable Zarzar, or Zarzarism in summary. All right, so let me get to my copy here quickly. Give me a second here, the newspaper. Let me get to my device quickly. Right here. Where are you? Oh. Coming on here. So the first one that let's start with Zarzarism. What did people say about Zaza? The newspaper, hopefully you can read that. But the newspaper is said here, this lawmaker, that's Zarza at the top. If you look at the top of the page, it says Matthew Zarza, Sinoe County District. It actually has to be district number 2 here, but I think it's a typo from the newspaper. But it says here about him, the lawmaker. It says this lawmaker is one of the faces of the 54th legislature that can be relied on. All right? People are telling you it's not Doc Sayopota talking here, that is a newspaper. The guys, I don't even know who wrote this. This lawmaker is one of the faces of the 54th legislature that can be relied on. Okay? So that people are telling you Mr. Zarza is one of the lawmakers in the 54th legislature that can be relied on. You can trust him. He is credible, in other words. That's what the newspaper is telling us here. Let's go on and say. So this is Zarzarism in summary, okay? This is somebody you can rely on. The newspaper goes on. It says here, owing to his, let me read that sentence from the beginning. This lawmaker is one of the faces of the 54th legislature that can be relied on, owing to his consistency and straightforwardness. Okay? His consistency and straightforwardness. Okay? The man is consistent. He is not flip-flopping. Today he's a different man, the next day he's a different man. No. The newspaper, the journalists are saying Mr. Zaza is straightforward. He's not bang, okay? He's not all over the place, he's not tricking people. He's consistent. When he wants to do something, he does it. All right. So he's consistent. And so it's part of the philosophy of Zarzarism, consistency. Another thing that is part of the philosophy of Zarzarism is straightforwardness. No tricking people, no shenanigans, no bamboozlement, no cajoling people. Be honest, in other words, straightforward. It's part of the philosophy of Zarzarism. It goes on to say, this newspaper, it said Representative Zarzar, if not the highest, is one of the highest proponents of legislative arts. Okay? It goes on, I read that again. Representative Zarzar, if not the highest, is one, that one he meant to say, I think, one of the highest proponents, one of the supporters, okay, of legislative arts. Okay, so when arts are brought to the floor, things that are in the interest of the country, he supports them. He supports those instruments. So he said one of the highest proponents of legislative arts. The article goes on to say he is a flow fighter. Okay, he advocates basically for the people. He's a flow fighter and is always initiating programs aimed at spreading developments, basically. Okay, so he is. There's a key word in there. They say always. They don't say sometimes. Okay. Representative Zaza is not the highest, is one of the highest proponents of legislative arts. He is a flow fighter and is always initiating programs aimed at spurring developments. Okay, that's what the newspaper is saying about Sinoe County Lawmaker, the manifest newspaper. So Mr. Zaza is doing something right. The philosophy of Zarzarism is a good philosophy. Straightforwardness. Work on instruments that will improve the lives of the people. And that's what the people send you in Congress. That's what you are sent in Parliament. So the newspaper is telling Honorable Zaza is honest, he is consistent, he works with others, he's one of the proponents, the highest proponents of legislative instruments or arts, if you like. So when they bring stuff on the floor that will be in the interests of the people, he supports those instruments. So that's a gist of Zarzarism. Let's go to Cheaism. What the newspaper say about Senator Augustine Cheah. All right, the philosophy of Cheaism in Congress in Liberia. What are they saying about Senator Cheah? They say the newspaper says this Southeastern, they're talking about Augustine Cheah. Okay, it says here this Southeastern senator can be relied on as one of the faces that have keep. I don't know. This is let's read it. This Southeastern senator, it can be relied on as one of the faces that have, that have kept the CDC afloat in that region. Okay, they said he kept CDC afloat in the Southeastern region. His re-election to the Senate has his re-election to the Senate has convinced his critics and followers that he is the right man for the job. Okay, that's what it's saying about Augustine Cheah. His re-election has convinced his critics, and the followers, of course, they are already convinced, and that's why they are his followers. But his re-election, there were skeptics against. They are still out there. They are Cheah's skeptics They say, oh, he was not up to good, no good. He's not the right person for Sinoe. But his re-election, overwhelming re-election, has convinced the critics of Senator Augustine Cheaism. All right? So that's Cheaism in a nutshell. We're going to go a little bit deep into Cheaism, Zarzarism, and Teahjayism. Right? So now, that's what the newspaper said about Augustine Cheaism. Unfortunately, the review from Representative Duncan, that portion of it wasn't clear. And so I cannot share that with you right now. So, but I got another thing to say about Mr. Milton Duncan. And so let's see, the next person here is Mr. Teahjay. What are the people saying? What the journalists are saying about our lawmaker? We got one good senator, one good representative. Based on the review that I just read, I'm quite sure Milton Duncan has a good review too. I didn't see it, of course, because the newspaper is not clear, or the guy did not send me up the portion of it. When I look at it, I couldn't read it, or it's not even there, only his picture. All right, so now let's look at what they say about Senator Cheaism, not Cheaism, but Teahjay. All right, these are not my words. What the manifest newspaper saying about Senator Milton Teahjay of Sinoe County. This is what it's saying. They say at the top, Senator J. Milton Teahjay, Sinoe County. And they said the man scored F. Think about it, F. Man scored F. Okay, one thing I forgot to do is to show the grades of the lawmaker. Sorry, so let me do that. The political Gandhi of Sinoe County, that's Honorable Zaza. According to this newspaper, the main grade is A. Man's A lawmaker. The same way he was an A student. He's an A lawmaker. Mr. Zaza. He's called A. District number 3 is Sinoe County. Senator Augustine Cheaism, according to this newspaper review, they said the senator's grade is B. So he's doing a magnificent work as well. B. All right, that's Augustine Cheaism. Now let's come to the B52 of corruption. We'll be saying this thing over and over, and people say, oh, the God doesn't like Senator Milton Teahjay. You know, the man trying to make me to forget his name. You know, the man are voodooists. I'm not going to forget your name, sir. So, this is what the newspaper is saying about Senator Milton Teahjay. These are not my words, newspaper. It says here, Senator J. Milton Teahjay, the first thing he scored, before we call the man score, or maybe I announced it already, the man scored F, according to this newspaper. F. Imagine since 2014, this man was elected as senator of Sinoe County. He has to sponsor one bill that passed both chambers of Congress in Liberia. Let me read the report. The newspaper says here, he's from Sinoe County. From his election campaign to his time at the Senate, from his election campaign to his time at the Senate, these are number words I read it right now. This lawmaker has always been involved with scandals about corruption and has built a stone wall between him and his colleagues by consistently forcing with them. These are not the words of Dr. Yopo there. A major legitimate newspaper in Liberia. Right now, I'm ashamed of myself for this kind of review to come out about my lawmaker. I will read that again, just the first sentence. I'm already crying about my county. Imagine somebody saying about this, you the father of your house, and somebody is saying, people are saying this, your children are saying this about you. Yes, He is a father. He's a lawmaker. He's a leader. So the people are observing him. They are watching him, or all of them. So they say, from his election, they're talking about Senator Teahjay, not me. Let me put a picture about, okay? From his election campaign to his time at the Senate, this lawmaker has always been involved with scandals about corruption and has built a stone wall between him and his colleagues by consistently forcing with them. It was this very senator who was accused of collecting paybacks from nominated officials whenever they face his committee. Imagine. And we listen to what the newspaper referring to. I will play that for you so you can hear from the man himself. It was this very senator who was accused of collecting paybacks from nominated officials whenever they face his committee. He is yet to restitute stolen money he was convicted for prior to his election at the Senate. Remember, the man was convicted 2019, and the newspaper is telling us, the journalists are telling us, he was convicted by, I think it's the 4th Judicial Circuit Court of Riverside County, and the conviction fine was $50,000 United States dollars. But the newspaper, we have said this over and over on this platform, or in our communications, our writings out there, and the people say, oh, you're lying. The man has not paid the conviction fine. I talk according to the newspaper here. It's not my words. All right, I'll read that again. That last sentence. It was this very senator who was accused of collecting paybacks from nominated officials whenever they face his committee. He is yet to restitute stolen money he was convicted for prior to his election at the Senate. He was actually in office when he was declared guilty for corruption. But Senator Teahjay has not paid. And I had challenged the guy because I got the conviction, I got the verdict from the court right on my bookshelf right now. I can grab it for you. And in that verdict, it said the man should pay within 9 months. If he does not pay in 9 months, they should arrest him. After all, there was a travesty of justice. Because according to the PPCC Act, if you read the Act, they got the section that talk about punishment. And they say if you contravene the Act, what should be done to you? And the punishment stipulated in that Act, it says that you got to go to jail for not less than 4 years. If you contravene, if you break the laws, the things that are said in this Act, if you are convicted in the court of competent jurisdiction, you should be sent to jail. So by now, Senator Teahjay should have been in jail, but there is travesty. There was mockery of justice in Liberia. So they fined him $50,000. And the $50,000, according to the newspaper, has not been paid. Now, yeah, the man doesn't have time because the judicial system in Liberia is indentular, no teeth. They can't bite. And so what would discourage people? So what I'm telling you, in other words, is the philosophy of Teahjayism. The man is inundated with scandals. His whole legacy in the county, scandals. He's on radio and soliciting bribes from people. He's on tape for that. And so at this time, I don't like to say things without showing the evidence. So let's listen to the man, the philosophy of Teahjayism. So listen to him himself telling you what he believes in.
No nominee in the entire Republic of Liberia tell you that I have shown my 5 fingers to some of the post father in my hand. No, nothing. They will be so disappointed to come to my appointment. No, I have a kind of tradition in my office. I was chairman. which I intend to continue. And that tradition is when I'm confronting people, I tell them the truth. You are the ones who are giving you this job. But if we don't confirm you, you will not pay.
Okay.
I also have young people behind me that need to work. So by God's grace, if we succeed in confirming you, you're going to help the one or two needs. When I put the agree, they confirm, they please take a move for me. Let me be a PR officer in the agency. That's the reason why I get it.
Alright.
I get that.
All right, so that's a lawmaker. That corruption part, I get it. I can't deny. I have a kind of tradition in my office. When I'm confirming people, you got to make sure and hire some of my people first. Make that person PR person in your office or something. That's the only way. That corruption part, I get it. The man is confessing to you. Imagine that happens in the US. It can't happen here. You'll be out of office the next day. But the man is telling people, I got this tradition. Listen to him, sir, not me. Listen to him.
So normally in the entire Republic of Liberia, I tell you that I have shown my 5 fingers to some of the post father in my head. No, no. They will be so disappointed to come to my point. No, I have a kind of tradition in my office. I was chairman, which I intend to continue. And that tradition is when I'm confronting people, I tell them the truth. You are the ones who are giving you this job. But if we don't confirm you, you will not pay.
Okay.
I also have young people behind me that need to work. So by God's grace, if we succeed in confirming you, you're going to help the one or two needs. When I put the agree, they confirm, they please take a move for me. Let me be a PR officer in the agency. That's the reason why I get it.
Alright.
I get that.
All right. So you are not hearing from me, you are hearing from Senator Teahjay himself telling us his philosophy. The philosophy of Teahjayism is to solicit bribe from people. It's to blackmail people. When you are before you are confirmed, you have to get my people. Otherwise, I would not confirm you. That is not what Senator Teahjay was elected to do. He was elected to vet people, to make sure those people nominated by the president are up to task. They have the required skills and the experience to do the job for the Liberian people. But Senator Teahjay said it's not based upon that. Your confirmation is predicated on you hiring the people I want. That's the philosophy of Teahjayism. And that's it. And you use the word and say, I have this kind of tradition. When you say kind, what kind? It's corruption. So he doesn't want to say, I have corruption in my office. He say, I have this kind of tradition. This kind here, I have corruption in my office, and I will make sure and compel people to get my apologies, my stooges, before I can confirm you. That's the philosophy of Teahjayism. The philosophy of Teahjayism is corruption. You are declared guilty and you refuse to pay our money, $50,000. At least at most, you are going to jail. But no, he didn't go to jail. And on top of that, he refused to pay our 50,000 United States dollars conviction fine. Should we blame Teahjay for not paying? No, it's the court system. It's the laws in the country. The people, they are not enforcing the law. Because Teahjay is a big man. So why go after him? But why Teahjay should go after our money? Why should we bypass the law when he is a lawmaker? How can a lawmaker bypass the law? And you're still in office, and you say you're making laws. Why are you not obeying the law, sir, if you are a lawmaker? Do you want people to obey the law when you yourself, you are not obeying the law? The philosophy of Teahjayism is to evade the law he makes or the law his comrades make. The laws don't apply to Senator Teahjay. The little man. That's the philosophy of Teahjayism for you in a nutshell. This light is annoying. Sorry, guy. All right. So the philosophy of Teahjayism is part of it. Part of the philosophy of Teahjayism is insulting colleagues. You will get on national radio and just start to insult people. That's the philosophy of Teahjayism. The philosophy of Teahjayism has another component where he will fire himself from the Sinoe legislative caucus. So in other words, the philosophy of Teahjayism, it has confusion as a major component. The philosophy of Teahjayism has negative travelism as one of its major components. The philosophy of Teahjayism we're talking about here. Fire himself. I don't want to be part of Sinoe legislative caucus. Meanwhile, he's a lawmaker, he's a legislator. But he doesn't want to be part of Sinoe legislature, legislative caucus. Think about it. That's the philosophy of Teahjayism. The philosophy of Teahjayism is during COVID time, getting on radio and accusing the local leaders without evidence. Oh, the people stealing money. That's the philosophy of Teahjayism. Again, the foundation of that is confusion. That's the philosophy of Teahjayism. On the other hand, the philosophy of Cheaism is unity. And that's why the major line for Senator Augustine Cheah is cohesiveness of the people of Sinoe County. That's a catchphrase of our major line. If you want to summarize the philosophy of Cheaism, is cohesiveness. You can use one word to just summarize it. Cohesiveness. Unity, in other words. Then when you go to the philosophy of Zarzarism, it has, they say public funds or public money does not have political party, tribe, and what have you, for the people. The philosophy of Zarzarism also has in it anti-corruption, expose corrupt people. That is why Senator Teahjay was exposed. That's the philosophy. I told you, your philosophy is what you believe, and what you believe is how you act. You act upon your beliefs. So Honorable Zaza is saying it is unjust for you to be the president of our county, the superintendent, the people entrust you with the resources, and you use the resources for your own improvement. That is not fair. That is against the philosophy of Zarzarism. So that's why Sinoe County, as we speak right now, it has been Zarzarized because he is around washing. These are the people. So in other words, the philosophy of Zarzarism is for the economic improvement of the people of Sinoe County and Liberia as a whole. So I'm just giving you, in a nutshell, the philosophies of the leaders of Sinoe County. This philosophy. Senator Augustine Cheah believes also, like Mr. Zaza, development. And that is why Senator Augustine Cheah built the first technical college or training center in Sinoe County since the county was established. First time. Now, what is the first thing that Honorable Zaza has done? Because I just told you, Senator Augustine Cheah built the first technical training center, vocational school in Sinoe County. So now to hear the part of Mr. Zaza, let me ask Senator Teahjay to tell me, What is the first thing Mr. Zaza did in the history of Sinoe County? What has he done when using the word fresh? Let's Senator Teahjay tell us here quickly, please. Me invite Senator Teahjay to tell us.
The representative from constituency number 3 in Sinoe, Honorable Zaza. Before Zaza became a representative, there was no high school outside of Greenville. And through his work, we have a high school in Juaza.
Am I hearing those up?
And I want to thank him for such a brilliant piece of work in our county.
Wow.
I also would like to report.
So Senator Teahjay just told you. You want to listen again? Don't listen to me. Let me listen to him one. Let us listen to him one more time.
Representative from constituency number 3 in Sinoe, Honorable Zaza. Before Zaza became a representative, there was no high school outside of Greenville. And through his work, we have a high school in Juaza.
Am I hearing those up?
And I want to thank him for such a brilliant piece of work in our county.
Wow.
I also.
Okay, so even his colleagues, they are flabbergasted. They are surprised. Why? Because Senator Teahjay sees Honorable Zaza as an enemy. Imagine your enemy saying this about you. What else the non-enemies can say? I use the word enemy literal, in a literal sense of that word. He sees Honorable Zaza as an enemy. And so for the guy was forced to confess, because you can see the palpable development Mr. Zaza is carrying on in the county. So Senator Teahjay has no option to say, you know what, I can't do otherwise just to say this thing. So the first high school outside of Greenville in Juaza, it was erected by the political Gandhi of Sinoe County. Senator Teahjay told us. So that's the philosophy of Zarzarism. It's part of it. The philosophy of Zarzarism is educating the people. Or if you want, you can put it this way, the academic, the educational empowerment of the people. Because Mr. Zaza does not want people to come begging him. So when you are educated like he is, you're not going to go to him and be begging him. You have a better chance. If you do, the society does not create room for educated people to be absorbed in the economy. But if you have formal education at the advanced level, you can, of course, do something. You'll be productive. You can innovate. You can create your own thing. You will still survive, as opposed to somebody who is not formally educated. See? So that's what Mr. Zaza, Representative Zaza is doing. That's the philosophy of Zarzarism in a nutshell. It can also replace the word Zarzarism with egalitarianism. It will fit on Zaza. Because Mr. Zaza is an egalitarian. He wants everybody to be equal. He's not pro-division. He's for unity. So him and Senator Augustine Cheaism, they are compatible. And that's why they are good friends. I'm talking about the philosophies of the leaders of Sinoe County. Zarzarism, Cheaism, and Teahjayism. Teahjayism is confusion. Cheaism is cohesiveness. Zarzarism is unity as well as anti-corruption, as well as education empowerment of the people, etc., etc., etc. Now, that's the philosophies of 3 of the lawmakers in Sinoe County. Let's transition to something else. Now, before I make the transition here, let me see, maybe to engage with your statement here, your comments. If you're following the platform, welcome. I've seen some people just join. Victor, DJ, Sounds, welcome aboard. My man, Boko, welcome. Miracle Love Rivals, how you doing? Honorable Mountain Wenja, I didn't see you in Liberia, Low, man. I don't know where you were. Mr. James Panto, welcome aboard. Ruby, how you doing, Wenja? How are you? I saw Ruby. Ruby looks good. Pretty boy. Okay, let's see. Let me engage. Just let me see what you're saying here. The comments are trending so far. Hello, brother. How are you? I'm doing great. Thank you. How are you? We said, how are you, Mary? Does Milton following you from Common Town, Juarez Statutory District, Sinoe County? Thank you, buddy, for joining. Hi, big brother. How are you? Hey, Otis, how are you? I didn't see you too. I went to Liberia. You guys are hiding from me, man. Milton, you say thanks. You're welcome, sir. Who here? Ruben. Hey, brother, I'm following from my Pocana, Congo Town. Okay. Thanks for following, Ruben. Thanks you. Is it thank you, Chief? Okay, that's Lester. Thank you. You're welcome, buddy. And he also say here, Dr. Airport Esoteric, I love a heart. I love overhead. I don't know what that is. You measure God's name. Who is he? We don't want to transition into God over here. You don't want to, you wouldn't like it. Yeah. Watching. Okay, thank you, sir. Well, you say overheard. That's what you say. Okay, I overheard God. Yeah, I can. Lester. You say I overheard God's. Okay, Lester, what is wrong with calling God's name? We first of all got to. I mean, the fact that I don't believe something does not mean I can call it though. So anyway, yes, I did call God. What is God? Or who is he? When you start using those masculine pronouns or pronoun, then you have a problem. Who is he? How do you know that the gender of something that you don't see? That's the first thing. That's the first problem. Why it can be your woman? It has to be why it can be she and it's he. So we don't want to take a detour. Next time we're going to talk about it next time. I'm following you from my political home. District number 5, Maserati County. Okay, thank you, Mountain. Appreciate your presence. I'm here, Cootie. Okay, how you doing? Voice of Sign of Sapo Nation. Welcome aboard. Dr. Dripper, how you doing, Chief? I sure I met you in Liberia, but I think the schedule a little tight. I'm watching live from that's Pinsville. Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right, so let's go to the next thing here. Thanks for your comments. You can, like I told you, if you want to engage with the topics, you're welcome. All right, I want to go this. Let me get the politicians out of the way a little bit. Let me go to something else here, and we'll come back to those political leaders in Sinoe County in a little bit here. But let me do a little education for the members. So we'll stay in the United States a little bit and go back to Liberia. So I call this USAA. So if you don't know what that means, again, it's United Sapwood Association in Americas. And I saying USAA or USA 2019 North Dakota Convention resolutions in review. And I think it is very, very important for us to review these resolutions, these various documents that we write. You know, I will do that periodically so that we can be reminded, so that we can know the content of these documents that we write. Because for some reason, people don't read them. Sometimes they read it, they forget everything. But before something become part of you, you have to read it multiple times. And that is why people say the motto of learning is repetition. You have to repeat certain things over and over, and it will be part of you. And so since people are illiterate, what is that? Okay, illiteracy is when where somebody knows how to read and write, but they don't like to read. Okay, that's illiteracy with the letter A, not R-L, R-L, no, that's not R-L. It's illiterate, okay, A. All right, so now a lot of people, maybe they read the documents, but they don't pay attention and they miss what has been said, or when people talking, they maybe they do what we call ambush listening, which is, you only listen to the speaker to attack the person, not the point the person is making. So you look for flaws in what somebody is saying, and then you attack the person. But doing that, you miss the major thing that the person is trying to convey. So now I want to bring the resolutions 2019. The United Sapota Association every year, August, even though if you read our document, it's seeing total different thing, contradictory comments. I was reading the other, before I came out, I was reviewing the Constitution, and I saw they say convention is in April in one of the Constitution, and other one is saying different thing. Okay. All right, but that is besides the point. I want also to look at the resolutions. I don't want you to hear it from me. The president of the United Sapota Association, President Geleo, established or set up a committee when we went to North Dakota 2019. And that committee was headed, the Constitutional Review Committee was headed by the project man right now, Honorable President Geleo, Mr. Stanley Togba. And they put the team together, and the team gave us some resolutions. And before I make further comments, let's listen to the committee report, the resolutions they gave us, okay, in North Dakota. And then I will make further comments. Let me get to this real quick. Where are the resolution guys? They are here. Give me a second. Resolutions, where are you?
National Convention held in the city of Fargo, North Dakota, August 22 to the 25th. Resolutions that the election for the board of directors be suspended and that the constitution be revised. That one unit nursing color be built, comprised 3-bedroom at a cost of $30,000 United States dollars. Revised Constitution. That the National Assembly elect 9 board members, 9 board of directors members, and that no more than 2 board members shall come from a chapter. That 9 elected board members hold election after every 3 years, beginning from next year, 2020. That anyone who intends to be elected to the board of directors shall make a registration fees of $200. That the executive shall establish a voucher system to effect withdrawal. The president shall submit requests to the board of directors, and the approval from the board shall be communicated electronically through emails and fax. That the board of directors shall approve and submit a budget within 2 weeks from the date the budget was submitted. If it does not respond within a given time frame, it shall be considered automatically approved. That the issues of bereavement shall be turned over to the national executive officers as a policy issue. Thank you, Mr. Secretary.
Okay, those are the resolutions from the 2019 convention in North Dakota. It was read by Melvin Dewey. Melvin Dewey is the vice president of the Minnesota chapter, even though he migrated to North Dakota. Yeah, but he was the secretary of that committee, and he read the resolution. But what I want you to pay close attention to is what the portion when you're talking about the voucher system. I want to play that video. I want you to pay keen attention to that portion of it, because that's where the focus of my discussion is tonight. All right. So let me play that video one more time.
Held in the city of Fargo, North Dakota, August 22 to the 25th. Resolutions. That the election for the board of directors be suspended and that the constitution be revised. That one unit nursing color be built, comprised 3-bedroom at a cost of $30,000 United States dollars. Revised Constitution. That the National Assembly elect 9 board members, 9 board of directors members, and that no more than 2 board members shall come from a chapter. That 9 elected board members hold election after every 3 years, beginning from next year, 2020. That anyone who intends to be elected to the board of directors shall make a registration fees of $200. That the executive shall establish a voucher system to effect withdrawal. The president shall submit requests to the board of directors, and the approval from the board shall be communicated electronically through emails and fax. That the board of directors shall approve and submit a budget within 2 weeks from the date the budget was submitted. If it does not respond within a given time frame, it shall be considered automatically approved.
Okay, all right. So the voucher system is what I wanted to talk about here. All right. They say the executive shall establish a voucher system to effect withdrawal. Okay. And they have to obtain the approval of the board of directors through emails, fax, and what have you. They listed everything. Okay. Now, the Constitution prior to going to North Dakota, we have a provision in the Constitution where the chapters, as well as the national administration, they had the mandate to withdraw not more than $500, maximum $500. Anything above that, you have to get the approval of the board. But when we went to North Dakota, the team the president himself established, they set up. They are telling us before we effect withdrawal from the organization account, it has to be. They have to go through the voucher system. The guy got to submit the voucher, whether through email, fax, what have you, and they have to get the approval of the board. If the board does not reply within 2 weeks, that budget is considered automatically approved. All right. So in other words, before a dime is taken from our account, the board, the executive first got to communicate with the board of directors, and they have to give approval before a dime can be withdrawn from our account. The resolution is not saying the organization people, those leaders cannot take money from the organization's account. No, they are not saying that. You can withdraw money, but before you take the money out, you have to get the consent of the board of directors. That's what the Constitution is saying, or that resolution is saying. What the point I'm getting to here, or something I'm driving at here, is President Geleo. I understand he sent some supply to Liberia, which I have no problem with. It's fine. That's why we have been advocating for a long time for the president to do something for our people in Liberia. So I like the idea that the president, in his exiting period, he's out already. He's just on constitutional oxygen right now. And so in this time, he's now saying, you know what, let me send those mattresses to the people. Good. But Mr. President, before you withdraw the money from the account, whether it is $2, $5, $1, $500, the resolution from your team in North Dakota, they say, Mr. President, the communication of vouchers should be sent to the board of directors for approval. That wasn't done. So that is a constitutional infraction on your part. And these are the things that can create conflict, they generate conflict in the organization. We cannot put rules in place and then we violate those rules. You cannot set up a team that tell us A, and you are doing contrary to A, or you are going contrary to A. You can do that, sir. So moving forward, if this is true, because you see, the recent laws are put in place is to correct people's behavior. Even in your house, you know, you got domestic laws or rules that you put in place for the children to behave a certain way. When they go against those rules in the house, they get punished. Now, in a not-for-profit, in a voluntary organization such as ours, you know, that the one we have right now, should we punish people? I don't know, but the president got to answer some questions. He has to be summoned to give us an explanation why he surreptitiously, yes, it's surreptitious, it's secret, it's clandestine. Anything that does not meet the approbation of the board of directors is surreptitious, it's clandestine, it's secret. And we are not running a secret court here. This is not a cabal. It's not a clique system. It's an organization with rules. So President Gio, I love you. And that's what I'm saying these things. I want you to do the right things. And that's why I'm calling on the president. That's why I'm calling out. And I also giving the Lord the kudos, the laudation when he does the right thing. I got to praise the president. But he's wrong on this one. He's wrong. Let's follow the document, sir. Let us not evade the document. Anywhere where you don't follow the rules, you get problems. You get problems. And so, President, don't settle your team and they tell us what to do and you are doing something different. Again, taking money from the account is not prohibited. But you have to get the approval of the board first. That's the chain of command. You don't get a command, you took $500. That provision has been abrogated by the new resolutions for North Dakota. All transactions should be accompanied with a voucher submitted to the board of directors for approval. Anything outside of that, you're doing something different. All right. So that's something I wanted to talk about. The voucher system. I'll play these documents over and over, or these I'll review these documents, our resolutions, our constitution, so that we can be abreast with the content of the document. So at this time, I'd like to recognize the representative-elect of electoral district number 2, Santa County, Republic of Liberia, Mr. Sampson Weah. Very nice man, very decent man. When I visited Liberia the other time, the lawmaker, I mean, some people will say, "Oh, you know, come meet me at this location." The man said, "The first thing I said, I'm here." The question he asked me, "Where are you stopping?" And then the man drove him to see me. See, this is a test to a good person. It means that the power that you gave him did not get in his head. Some people, they get inebriated by power. And that's why law acting serve. Power tends to corrupt. And absolute power corrupts absolutely. Certain people, they allow power to get them inebriated. They get drunk with power. And they say, that man, I'd be man. Mr. Sampson Weah did not do that. He drove with one of his boys. They came there. We had a nice conversation. So, the way I want to say thank you very much for that show of leadership, that humility. Awesome. Appreciate that. That's what we need in Sinoe. We don't need pompous and bombastic people. Yes. Oh, I the leader. No. On this part, I agree with Jesus. The leader should be the servant of the people and not the boss. You are not the boss. You are an employee of the people. They employ you. So you serve them. You come to them. They pass it with your schedule permits. So I'm seeing the anarchists in the counties and the Teahjay and his boys, they're trying to stifle the man from going to this the Liberian Congress. Oh, they say Otello Nangbe wanted. I mean, they're just wasting our time. The people of electoral district number 2, they are not represented right now in Congress. Their voice is not being heard because the person they elected, Senator Teahjay and his boys, they refuse. It's a form of filibustering. They waste time. The people interest has to be represented, and that's why they elected a man. But the guys are throwing political temper tantrum. But that is not going to help you. You are only exacerbating situation for yourself. Because when you go to the ballot box on next election 2023, Senator Teahjay is up, the people will say, we should have been, our song was saying to Congress, we're saying to the Capitol building to convey our view, to represent what we say, to advocate for us. Or you delay him for XYZ time. That's a political deduction for Senator Teahjay and his boys. I look at the other young man, Otello Nambe, man keeps exacerbating his situation, following the wrong person. You follow this guy the first time, as young as you are, you have been defeated twice. Twice. In no time, they beat you twice. Because the person you are following is not good. And the people are jaded, they are tired of Senator Teahjay. And you are going around with a man. And so that's what Mr. Something Ware, who has not been on the political scene, he's a private man. He's in the medical area doing a lot of things for the county. When the time came, when Nambeslaw passed, may his soul rest in peace. Senator Teahjay went there with Otello Nambe. And the people said, something is not wrong with us. Our son died. You did not send a message out. You did not come to us to reconcile or to sympathize with us. You were jubilating in the Capitol building when you heard the news that Nambeslaw was there. And now you are coming to us to bring your stooge to represent us. No. We take Something Ware. And that's why Something Ware was elected. So Otello Nambe is following the wrong person. Sorry, guys, I have to go on the tangent a little bit, but that's a great man, so he needs some comments. Now let's get to the next one. So while I was talking, I got people that join me. Mr. Shibwe came back. I'm seeing our queen Ura. How you doing? Welcome aboard. Dora is former. Welcome aboard. Swain, how you doing? Welcome aboard. All of you that just joined me while I was talking. All right, now let's get to. So I talked about United Cyprus Association resolutions, right? I played the video for you. So what I'm going to do, I'll just remain on that, and let's talk about President Geleo again. Okay, this is President Geleo, United Cyprus Association. The last time I thought I did a poll job. The president presented a budget to the board of directors to travel to Liberia. And that budget, it has a lot of problems. You know, the president now, he's trying to obey his own order or the things that the guys put in place, which is good. That's good. That's what we want from the president. But it has to be done ethically, fairly. You shouldn't write a document and it looks like you are playing tricks on us. You're trying to dupe us. You can't do that. So let me bring that voucher out for you. And we want to look at it. We're going to look at it together. That's what Voice of Sinoe does. We'll show you the document. We'll share. So where's my document here? Right here. Boom. All right. So that's the document from the office of the president. Let me get my copy here quickly. Let me go to it, and so that we can look at it together. Let me look at mine here quickly. We'll look at it together. Give me a second. I'll get to you in the Jiffy. It is somewhere around. Where is mine? Bam. All right. Yes. So maybe you can read it from your side. I can't read it. It's a little small from my end here. So I'll read it from my end here. So the president sent a budget, this voucher, it was sent January the 5th, all right, this month. Today is the 29th, okay? 2021. That's when it was submitted. So the president, the mentor of payment, how the money should be paid. So you see that check, they want to check, okay? Not in cash, but check. And so they put their payee. So the payee is the national president / national executive, okay? National president / executive. That's the payee. That's the person they're paying the money to, which is the president. And then he put under that line where he put, they put national president, national executive under that line. Follow Kenley here. I want you to follow me here. He put there the sum of $15,493. $15,493. Okay. So it's $15,493. Okay. And then when you look in the parenthesis, and that's why I said it's a trick going on here. The president was trying to dupe us. You're playing trick. He told we are not going to pay attention. So when you look in the parenthesis, look there, the parenthetical expression over there, look in it. It said after he put over there $15,493, the president put in parenthesis 14,000. He said 15. Then he put a $14,983. Okay. He said 15,493. Then in parentheses, he put $14,983. Okay. So there are two different figures right there from the start. Two different numbers he gave over there. The other one he put in regular numbers, and the other one he put in writing. Okay. So let's go on. Go to the next one. The president said description or slash over there details. So he about to break this down to us now. 1, presidential allowance and plane ticket. Okay. So the president allowance and plane ticket, he said $3,000. All right. He wants $3,000 for a ticket and allowance. You went to the next one. Number 2, car rental in Liberia. 2 cars. The president wants 2 cars. Truck, Jeep for 5 days. And he puts over there $250 per day. So the total over there, the president wants $2,500 for car rental. Okay. Then tell one, number 3, the president says, I want to leave it there so you can follow it too from your end. So number 3, gasoline. He said he wants 180 gallons for 2 cars, truck, Jeep for 5 days. I don't know what that means. 2 car, truck. All right. So he said gallon of gas, $4 a gallon in Liberia. And I was just in Liberia. Gallon of gas in Liberia is not $4. It's less than that. It's around maybe $3, or maybe you put it up to $4, but it's not $5. It's not less than $4 actually. It's not. So the president is requesting $4 per gallon in Liberia. In the USA, a gallon of gas is not even $4. So in Liberia, the president is requesting $4 per day or per gallon. $4. United States dollar. It's not Liberian dollar. Okay. So something is wrong here in the budget. Let's go to the next one. The president wrote here line 4. Line 4 says making. Let me put that there so you can follow. Number 4, making 15 local hospital beds. Okay, he wants to make 15 local hospital beds, and the president say a piece for that one. Each piece or one of it, $50 a piece. All right, $15. Now each piece is redundant. All right, so $50 a piece. Making 15 local hospital beds at $50 a piece, according to the president. And so that line item we got $750. Line number 5. The president says subtotal. After he finished giving order that, line 1 2 4. So the subtotal over there, he put $7,094.40. Okay. Then he goes on line number 6. Miscellaneous, right? Under that, he put in the parenthesis 2%. And then he said miscellaneous. He want additional cash on the side just in case he squander the other money, so he can get a little money on the side again. So he said, for this one, I want $141.88. I don't know what they would do with the 88 cents, like, bro, you know. Okay, but all right, that's what the president wants. Then number 7, he put that grand total, $7,236.28. All right, that's what the president said. Now, before we go to the analysis here, before I point out things that you may not get, let's show you something else on the document. At the bottom here, they said this document was prepared by Darius Moyen Senior. Okay, he prepared this. He's the treasurer for the organization. So he put that national treasurer / USAA, which is United Support Association in Americas. All right, those are the people, they say authorized officials. All right, so then Darius signed for it. Then you come to the other one, they say presented by Geleo, national president. Then he says / USA. So 2 organizations you have here, USAA and USA. Okay, what is USA for? Is that United Support Association? Okay, it could be United Support Association. But where is the organization? Because that's what the president said, USA. Is that United Support Association? Then Darius is United Support Association in Americas. So you have 2 different people signing for this document. The other guy is from, who's its treasurer, Darius. He's from the organization called United Support Association in America, USAA. Then the president is from another organization, is called USA. Okay, and then the person that's supposed to approve it is the board of directors, right? The chairman, Mr. Issa Sabwe, chairman, board of director. Okay, let me put that. But honor Mr. Sabwe, he did not sign it because he thought the document something is fundamentally wrong. So he did not sign it. But the same problem is the president and the chairman of the board of directors, they are from the same organization. But the treasurer, Darius, is from a different organization. Because they put here under the chairman of the board of directors, they put here USA. And the president is also from the USA. So you got the treasurer from different side and the president and the chairman of the board are from different side. So that's a problem right there. All right, now then look at the 3 figures on this document. We got 3, or if you like, 4 different figures on the sheet here. So we got the subtotal, which is $7,094.40. We got the grand total. When you say grand total, right, it means everything added together. Everything. The subtotal, the whatever else, everything else, you put it together, this is the grand total. The grand total, the man said $7,236.28. That's the grand total. However, the president at the top, he gave her another figure. Okay, he gave her 2 figures. He said the sum. The sum, you know, when you're doing math, the answer for addition is called the sum. The answer for subtraction is called the difference. The answer for division is called the quotient. And you can go through all of that, okay? So, the sum, when you add things together, President Geleo said, if you're adding everything, it's $15,493. And then in the parentheses, you put $14,983. So we don't know which one the president. That's why I say it was a trick, Because the thing is, once the budget was, when the guy approved it, the guys would take anyone. So they were playing gamble here. Or maybe, I don't know what they were doing. I mean, imagine people are in charge of our organization's money and they are writing, they cannot write a basic voucher to be correct. Something as ABC. It got all, I don't know that it was done deliberately, or it was a trick, or they don't just know how, they were not paying attention to what they were doing. Or maybe the guys were on, they were doing that, burning an airboat somewhere. They usually do the meet in the president's garage. And then when they finish, cutting that shot and they say, man, let's do some kind of thing here. Say everybody here right now, from those who are in Minnesota, we hear the officials are here, Mr. President. We got to come up with something. So if you are you are under the influence of something, you might not make good decisions. And so you are caught. The guys were caught. Red-handed. Red. The words people are here, people say right-handed. No, it's red. R-E-D dash. They put hand. H-A-N-D-E-D. Okay, red-handed. Red-handed. So the guys were caught red-handed. This is a huge exposure. They expose themselves. And so how can we trust the guys when they can't write a basic voucher? Something basic like this. All the different numbers on it. So now, why would President Geleo want to, why does he want 15,000 or 14,000 or 7,000? Or, the numbers are all over the place. Why is he asking for all the, he asking $4 gallon in Liberia, gas or gallon in Liberia instead of $4 for it? The president says that he wants to go to Liberia to carry 15. They were made a beds in Liberia, 15 local hospital beds. They will make them $50 a piece in Liberia. And that's why he wants to go. Number two, the president wants to go delegate to turn over the nurses' quarter that was built. I don't know who he wants to give it to. That has not been made clear to us. So this building right here, that's why the president wants to go dedicate in Liberia to turn it over to the people. Well, I don't know which of the people he's giving it to. The building is not for the people. The building is for medical professionals. Do we have medical professionals in Liberia right now to occupy that building or in Biddable Creek? It's not for the people. As a matter of fact, when that structure was built, it wasn't done in consultation with the people in that area. The people were sidelined by the president. The leadership of the Support Association in Liberia, Mr. Cole and a group, they were not acknowledged. They were not told about that. They never had agreement with them. So who is, the president wants to go there to dedicate a building to whom? Who is he giving it to? Who is he turning it over to? So we decorated the land. I told you already, the land has been decorated in Liberia. And the president wants to go and so the people can play the drums and they sing and all those things. And that's what the president wants. So that's the next quarter. He wants to go there. But he's not in good relationship with the people on the ground. I would say that you want to go dedicate a building, but the people on the ground, you're not talking to them. Why would you want to give a building, but you're not talking to the leadership back home? Why, Mr. President? I was in Liberia. I'm not saying they say from the chairman himself. Chairman Cole. They got the same. Chairman Cole, President Cole. They are not family anyway. But yeah, but that's it. The president wants to, the chairman of the Sapo Epolabo, you're kind of upset the other time, you're furious. Oh, Madam Francisca Myers, I not been because of your magnanimity, your generosity, your humility coming to us. I wouldn't have made that move because I was disappointed. When the president came here, I did what I could. When they left from here, they can't even say thank you. They can't call to say, oh, thank you, Mr. President. for everything you did for us. The COVID-19 package, $10,000. The board of directors, they approve it because the president does not trust the people on the ground. They did not send the money up to now. But now the president wants to take $16,000. I'm running it up now. Yes. Because the president gave us different numbers to why I can add my own number there too. The president gave, he wrote it $15,000 and 15,900 or 400. Actually, 15,493. And then in the parentheses he put there 14,980 some more dollars. And then another one, 7,000 something. So the numbers are also I can add it or two. I can add my own there. The president wants $50,000 from our account. I'm kidding right now. Yeah. So that's the situation we'll have here. We can't make fun when people are suffering back home, and then we make capricious and whimsical decisions when we meet at liquor tables. And we make these sort of decisions. We need level-headed decisions. Will make an impact in the lives of our people back home. And not just nyama thing and you can sit down and all that thing. All right, but those are my honorable president. We care for you, and that's why we're making these comments. We don't hate you. I want you to do the right thing, Mr. President. Do the right thing. And I give you the power on the bar for finishing the building. But what is the building for? The hospital is practically empty. We told the president a long time, Mr. President, do something. You got 3 years. Now, constitutional, your time has expired. But now you're doing what we call the president, the politicians, they do the same thing in Liberia, right? They call something they call quick impact project or quick impact projects. So the president wants to take quick impact project, quick impact, so that because he wants to rerunning or he going for office again, contesting for second term. And so you say, no, since there is nothing convincing to the people, let me now do something at this last hour. But it's late. I mean, it's not late, but do it properly. Because once whatever you do is in the interest of the people who will support it. But you cannot request 15,000 and only what's the number again for the people? The number what they will benefit from? That what $700 because the beds going to the hospital that what the people will benefit from? 15. So it's $750. The rest of the money they go to the president's pocket. Yes. Yes. The rest only $750 when they buy the beds. $750. The rest they go in the president's pocket. But the United Support Association is not an ATM for the president. No, it's not an ATM machine. It's not an ATM machine. The organization is a humanitarian organization. It's a charitable organization established to at least improve the lives of the people in Liberia. And not for the president to come out for $3,000 presidential allowance, even though he is not within the better way of the Constitution anymore. So the allowance doesn't apply to him. And it said 3,000 presidential allowance or 1,000. I think the Constitution here is 1,000. So 3 years, it's 3,000. But he has been getting it. But now he is sending in an additional 3,000 for presidential allowance. This sort of corruption will not be condoned when Dasayepoda is here. No, we are not. President went to Liberia first. We gave him 12,000 plus. President Togba, then the president of Minnesota chapter illegally added $3,000 against the Constitution. The members of the union, they collected money. We don't know the amount at this point because the president did not make report to us. Now he has somersaulted telling us he wants, I don't know, that 15,000 he wants, that 14,000, that 7, I don't know. You got to ask all these different numbers. So there we have, there you have it. The president he is getting out. So you say, what, I can just eat my own before I leave because I'm coming back again. So let me just do what I can do right now. The guys were pushing him, Mr. President. When you leave right now, the money will be in Francis' hand, and you don't know what she will do with the money. You better get your share right now. That kind of Liberian attitude, where they will take Liberia to be elephant meat. It's the same thing we are doing with our own organization here. It's an elephant meat. You can get your share and you go. And the people are meandering in poverty. I'm not going to be silent when this is happening. We see the head of corruption coming up. It's been in the organization for a while because the board of directors and they're paranoia, they're scared because of fear. Oh, we don't want to break the organization apart and that. But if you don't hold people responsible for what they do, there is something to call conditioning. You can classically condition somebody. You can make somebody to do certain things the way you train the person. So the laws are in place to train, to correct people's behavior. But if you don't implement the law, the person has no incentive to follow the law. Yes. All right, let's segue, let's transition. So I want to recognize the Vice President of the Florida chapter, Madam Milton Teahjay. Welcome aboard. Get a hand of applause. Yes. One of the leaders, she needs hand applause here. Hey, Tape, welcome on board. All right, so let's get to the next thing that I want to talk about here tonight. Well, let me see. I'm seeing some comment training. All right, so thanks for the reminder. So we'll be done by then, sir. So we have the other show on the other side. So we share the same audience. So the host is reminding me. Thank you, sir. Thank you. What's Drip was saying? Go evening to the voice of Sinoe in America. A federal court, Hilton Wulajiro has mismanaged or stolen monies that belong to Sinoe football team for club. Please invite him to make clarity regarding our balance. $130 USD. All right, we will reach out to the comrade to see what I've been following the stuff following. Some of the posts on Sinoe Forum. So we want to get at the bottom of that. We want to first establish the validity of that story, before we see further comments on that. All right. Let's get to the last one, last comment stuff that I want to talk. Not lies, but another thing that I want to talk about here. So we revisited the budget already, and that's what we did. The president budget, that's what we did. So we have, let's see this one right here. I got 2 things to go, and I'll be done for the night. This one, I am sad, dejected, to talk about this one here. Somebody will say, "Oh, you don't have evidence, and you can see that." I wrote a post. This young man right here. Hey guys, sorry guys. Hey family, how are you? Oh, sorry guys, my family here, so just want to greet them a little bit. All right, so let me show you this right here. Let me put the image out. Let me put this image out, and we'll get this on the way. We'll be out. So this young man is called Stanley Togba, the late Stanley Togba. The title of that, my talking point, I said, The Dark Hands of Milton Teahjay in a Mysterious Death of Comrade Stanley Togba. Again, may the soul of that young man rest in peace. We told you, if you were paying attention from the beginning, will give you a little resume of Senator Milton Teahjay. Okay? This man right here. We have received many calls regarding the attitude of Senator Teahjay since the death of Stanley Togba. What he has been doing, what the people around him they have been doing. First of all, we're reliably told, I'm not making up things here. We don't just want to call the people names. We're reliably told that when the death news of Stanley Togba was announced, Senator Teahjay's driver, Uzma, was very, very happy. The man's driver, Senator Teahjay's driver, was happy. Think about it. Well, a citizen, a young man, your fellow citizens of Sinoe County will be dead and you're happy about it. Why? Well, you have to remember too, though, Senator Teahjay himself was happy when J. Nambeslo died. Senator Teahjay was happy. He did not go to the funeral. He did not sympathize with the family. He did not send a statement out. He did not go on radio to sympathize with the family. Nothing. The man was happy. He was totally out of Nambeslo's death. He was happy. So the same thing, when Stanley Togba passed away, the guys around him, they're happy. So it follows that Senator Teahjay himself is happy. Because when the people around you are happy about the demise of another person, and you are not saying, you know what, stop doing that. It's not okay. I can't tolerate that. But you say nothing. You are supporting that act. You are. You are. You have to remember here, Senator Teahjay is not novel to Liberia. He's well known, notoriously. All right? You got to understand the word notorious. When you are notorious, you're not known for good things. When you are famous, you are known for good things. Notorious, another word for that is infamous. If you are infamous, you are known for bad things. And the man is known for bad things in the country. And so Senator Teahjay is happy. The same way he was happy to John Charles Taylor, who murdered 250,000 innocent people in the country to serve as Deputy Information Minister on Taylor. That's the same way. Because he was happy, and that's why he accepted that position. When people are murdered in the country, this man murdered people, and you are willing to be his spokesperson, it means that you endorse his action. It means that you love what he did to your fellow citizens. Yes, that's what it means. So the death of Stanley Togba is a children play to Senator Teahjay. He doesn't care. We were told that they went somewhere in the forest and they were doing some ritual. You see over there looking at his rings. Why would somebody look at his rings like that? Somebody rings. I mean, why would somebody, is that a regular ring you would look at? Who does that? The man is a voodooist. He's a voodoo priest. Give me a second here. Let me put my phone on charge. My device on charge. Yeah, so that's what Senator Teahjay. So Stanley Togba, you have to understand, this young man was a staunch supporter of Zarzarism. And Senator Teahjay doesn't like that. He doesn't want, because again, the man is a tribalist, naked tribalist. Okay? So you have positive tribalists and you have negative tribalists. The negative tribalist is the one who doesn't like unity. He harms other people on the basis of tribe. And so Senator Teahjay said on record that over his dead body, the Teahjay people will support a Sapo man, especially Zaza, who he considers his enemy. So Stanley was a supporter of Zaza, and the man called, when Stanley was alive, and the Teahjay made several calls threatening the man. Threatening the man because he's not a Teahjay, he's a Teahjay man, and he's supporting a non-Teahjay man. And so he was mad. He did all other things, aroused the little man when he was alive. Now, Stanley Togba, the reason Senator Teahjay participated in his elimination is because 2023 he was being nurtured to be the representative for electoral district number 3 because he was well loved in the county. So Zaza introducing, he was grooming the young man. He was a nice young man. He doesn't care for that tribal stuff. When Mr. Zaza won the election, the man, he was very active. After the election, he took his own time without a lawmaker telling him. He went from town to town, appreciating the people. Nice man. Senator Teahjay hits the man because he's a Teahjay man, and Teahjay is a Teahjay man. And why is it that you are not supporting Teahjay man, you are supporting Sapo man? That's the kind of bad tribalism the man preaching in the county. Divide the people. So the young man is there. Senator Teahjay is nowhere to be found. No statement from his office. Nothing. He's happy. The boys around him. His chief driver, Usman, was celebrating when the death news of Stanley Togba was announced. And then we wrote a thing about what Senator Teahjay did and the people on Facebook, you bring in noise. But the man is not doing the right thing. We can't continue to be quiet, and the man is doing this evil stuff. You know that Senator Teahjay, a chief cook or chef, she died immediately when you were declared guilty. He said the woman did not do certain things. Even the Malian he hired for that case, he fired all the people because he brought them so they can protect him. He was declared guilty, so he said the people voodoo did not work. And he fired all of them. Why would somebody be looking at the rings like that? Why he has those massive rings on his fingers? Who does that? The man is chanting. He's chanting to those rings. The voodoo man. Look at a normal human being who sit down and just start looking at your rings like that. Who does that? Is that a normal thing you're looking at over there? Is that normal? It's a divinational activity he's doing over there. You know, the man left Morovia one time, he went in the forest to take bath, took all his clothes, put all the images out. You were taking bath, doing a ritual bath. After that, he didn't steal on number stop hours away. The same thing, and that's why Sonny Boy exposed the man. Because he was threatening Sonny Boy. He has been on it. When he went to Sinoe the other day, it was almost tribal war in the county. Guys, his supporters, they were all over Facebook, would drag Sonny Boy, body from the port, and his supporters. Because he went to them and said, why would you sit here? You are in a minority or in a majority, and a minority man enjoying your county. The Sapo man, Sonny Boy, he enjoying the county, and you're sit over here. That's the kind of bad man we have in the county. He's terrible. Terrible man. It's not strange if the man can join Charles Taylor to be the spokesman for Charles Taylor, who murdered people, who amputated people, who turned children to the drug children, turned them to drug addicts. And the man was a spokesman for him. What can he not do? When he and Taylor fell apart, He jumped behind Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Sirleaf that told us that in your own book, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf's own book, the child will be great. I got a copy here. Yeah, I'd like to read those things before I talk about them. She wrote in that book, she gave child to the 10,000 United States dollars. And she think we are dumb. And she said, I gave for humanitarian purposes. Child Sitter works for Red Cross. You go giving $10,000, you're telling us for humanitarian reason. It's not a Red Cross man. He does not work for Doctors Without Borders. He's a rebel leader, and you give him 10,000. You tell us I get a man 10,000 to go buy some guns. And so Milton John ranks with Ellen Johnson Sirleaf after Taylor was sent to jail. When Taylor was sent to jail, again, like I said, he jumped behind Ellen, even though he was on radio and vilifying Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. She will not be president when Ellen becomes president. Hair should grow in your palm and all of that. Later on, Ellen made him superintendent of Sinoe County. She nominated him. Sinoe County was literally, the county was upside down. Everybody said, no, they don't want Teahjay because it's a trouble man. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf went and bribed the lawmakers. They gave them brown envelopes. They confirmed Teahjay. The very thing that the people of Sinoe County were afraid of that will happen when they started dividing the people. The first thing he went into the people's bank account, looted the place. The people went and had a meeting. They said we want 74 projects to be a bill inside of undertaking. 74. The man out of 74, remember, they didn't just say 74, they didn't just allocate or earmark to project. The money was available, everything they gave it to give it to him. Almost $4 million. I'm not making it up. The report right there. All you have to do is read the LSCC and GSC reports. The documents are right out there. So the man went and squandered that money. The 74 projects, they honored to 12 projects, him and Romeo Quia. They took on to 12 projects. Out of the 12 projects, they abandoned 6. They abandoned 6. The other 6, they abandoned the other 3. They completed 1. According to the report, the other one of the projects, the location was inaccessible because of the bad road condition. So the guy ate the money. And that led to Mr. Zaza amalgamating evidence, and that what led to Senator Teahjay they taking into court. So the man, the point I'm trying to make here is the man does not afraid of anything that is bad. He can do anything to harm anybody. When the man can be the spokesperson for Charles Taylor, what can he not do? He was on BBC when I was younger. He used to be on BBC and defending Charles Taylor 24/7. He did not kill anybody. The man is a good man. He's the best man for Liberia. The man got his own horses and children, this, that. The man just lied. Because of greed, because of power greed, he wants to be in power. When you are him, he was a spokesperson for Charles Taylor. That's why he created the Teahjay statutory district. He even went as far as starting conflict. The chairman by then of the Sapua Pulebo, Mr. Harrison Jadia, the man went and told a bodacious lie to Taylor and said, oh, the people are trying to overthrow you in Sinoe. And that's how Harrison Jadia was arrested. They put that man in jail for several days. So Teahjay is a terrible man. He would do anything to harm anybody. And so he sees us as an enemy. And so Stanley Togba is from Teahjay one. And so he did what he could to eliminate the young man. Because he saw that Stanley had prospect. The people were willing. They were coming down to make him the representative. The same way he ruined the opportunity of Otello Nangwe. Otello Nangwe was doing good. He was growing in the office of Mr. Zaza. Teahjay went there and played with his hair Now, Otello Nangbe has contested twice in Sinoe, and the people said, no, sir, we can't take you. Twice. Mr. Zaza groomed that young man, saying to school, he has 2 masters. One later to John Teahjay. And when Otello Kojo left the office of Zaza, guess what? Teahjay was on a corruption indictment. LSCC indicted the man for stealing the people of Sinoe County money. But Otello Kojo said, you know what? That the man I support, that man I want to be my senator. So he messed with Otello Kojo's head. Otello now, the people don't want to look at him. Stanley was coming out again. So anybody that is linked to Zaza, Teahjay will damage you. If he doesn't eliminate you, you're going to do something so that you can have bad record. Or the children don't get it in that county. And I've been telling you, I'm the moral voice in the wilderness of Sinoe. Or if you like, I'm the moral voice in the political wilderness of Sinoe County. And I will tell you the truth. If the person is evil, I will tell you. Senator Teahjay is the most diabolical man in Sinoe County. Dangerous guy. When a man can get on radio in the midst of pandemic not to give advice to the people how to go about being safe, and you are starting controversy in the county, attacking the local leaders, what the man cannot do. He can do anything. Terrible man, chanting to ranks. So that Milton for you. So that's why he did. Stanley Togba did not die natural death. It was Teahjay that orchestrated that. Who will say it? I know people don't want to hear it. But the man said he's going to do anything to eliminate anybody that is connected to Zaza. He said that. He said, anybody who associates themselves with Zaza is my enemy for life, and I will do anything to you. And that's why he did to the young man. Sinoe County, the people of Teahjay, the people of the various regions in Sinoe, got to come together. This is the second son of Teahjay that this guy has eliminated. There's another guy that used to work with Zaza in the office. Teahjay did everything to that young man. And when he died, the same thing, Teahjay was happy. Another guy has died, and Teahjay is happy about it. Nangbe Slow died, Teahjay was happy about it. When Mobutu died, because the national attention that was drawn to that, he was forced to go to show up. But he didn't want to go there. Giving the importance, the importance of Mobutu, the role he was playing in the country. Everybody, the whole country was galvanized. And that was an Teahjay was forced. But the man is just later the evil. So Stanley is gone. Who next? That's the question. Who next? Let me play what this man, so you can hear some of his division in the county. Let me play him so you can listen to him. The man is so divisive. So divisive. Let's listen to him for a second here. Let's listen to the Teahjay here.
Sometimes they make a feedback, but then I let you to turn. I think this is the second time. The whole politics thing, the whole county, every day business. Today, tomorrow, and before we also need, yes, they think that other people were making it who were supporting Mobutu yesterday, that he wanted Mobutu's job. That's what you want. If I tell you were the same person who really encouraged some of all about talking to them when you want to be representative for this place. So now talking being senator or wanting to be senator, I think it should not be for some of us business. And you see when you call me a answer, yes. I don't know, right? Yes, please. You know what I don't want? No. I don't want Milton Teahjay or Cretan talking to destroying you while we are going down. Exactly.
Listen to what he said. You listen to that statement? I don't want Cretan Duncan and Milton Teahjay to destroy any of you while we are going down. Okay? See the language from the beginning. So they are in the business of destroying people. So he said, I don't want us to destroy you. And Milton Teahjay himself talking that, not me. I don't want Cretan Duncan and Milton Teahjay to destroy you or any of you while we are going down. The man knows he's going down. He's up to no good in the county. And the people are realizing they know it already. So he said, I don't want Cretan Duncan and Milton Teahjay to destroy any of you while we are going down. We are going down for sure. I know I'm not going to be around here anytime soon. I mean, for long. I'm going down. So I don't want you. I don't want us to destroy you. Because we destroy other people already. I don't want you to be destroyed. Listen.
And with all the way I put you in a very smart category of young people, I cannot believe that you would just destroy yourself like that. Talking of a time. There's something about law. With all the political analysis we can do for myself, that you have now with the market of damage, you come and they get down that policy. Somebody who can know political party is the one you get the other one the council. How are you going to go with that?
So, the owner of the county, you heard him? That's somebody that died. That Cretan Duncan you were referring to. You remember him and Cretan Duncan, they were friends, they were buddy before. But once you don't agree with him, it becomes a problem. He wanted to pull Cretan Duncan by the nose. He wanted to make Cretan Duncan his puppy, his stooge, his what you call it? Yeah, puppet, basically marionette. And Cretan Duncan is not taking that. So you know what? So now he became enemy of Cretan Duncan right now. He doesn't talk to Cretan Duncan anymore. Listen to him. Listen.
You don't need to be there when you're saying to free you off.
He cannot free Son-in-law up. No, he can't do that. Because what? You are enemy with my friend. We are with my enemy. You are friend of my enemy, basically. Son-in-law is friend with Cretan Duncan. So I cannot free you up. You are my enemy as well. I can't allow you to cajole me. I'm Milton Teahjay talking, not me. So these things are coming from this man. And somebody wants to go on Facebook and say, oh, the man started agitation. The man himself is telling you, you are a friend with Duncan, and Duncan is my enemy. Therefore, you are also my enemy. I cannot free you off. That's what Teahjay is telling you. Yeah, the way I would treat Cretan Duncan in Sinoe County, everybody would see me as a gangster. That Teahjay talking, not me. So the man, Cretan Duncan has become his enemy. Zaza is his enemy. Cheaism, the enemy to him. I mean, the man has no friend in the county. All the young people. Now that Son-in-law he going after. Because Son-in-law is friend with Cretan Duncan. Teahjay that man. You know what I mean? When I finish with him, you will say Teahjay that man. You know what that means? Do you know the interpretation of that step? When you say Teahjay that man, that word has different connotation. It has different meaning altogether. Teahjay that man. You're not talking about regular man, somebody that got this structure as me, or the man is talking, he's speaking figuratively. That's an idiomatic expression he putting out over there. When I finish with him, they say Teahjay that man. That's a bad thing he's planning for Cretan Duncan. And Son-in-law Noah, he said he can't free the man off. No, he can't do that.
To fight me, so that when it becomes better, you will replace it. Not when you are far back. You don't speak yet. You but since I ask for you when you're talking, okay, so let me finish the thing. I will listen to you. I will not for you. Listen to me. Okay. You have put so much in your political career to damage yourself in the twinkling of an eye because what you have done you will have more political career if you want to be president than face of donkey. Where face Salakalo will get face of donkey? You can't see the crowd, especially against me.
Well played, Sano County will carry Creighton Donkey. But Sano County carried a man to the House of Representatives already. You say, where? I mean, okay, so the Senate, they can't put in there when they make the man representative. The man is a representative right now. So the man is so divisive. He hates people to the point where he says a lot of stuff. Listen, the man is angry right now. Listen.
You think I'm a people stupid? Or you didn't go in the summer going there here? Nobody is there. The sooner they talk to me, then you join in. Then you
the son of the county, the owner of the county. Then you go join the owner of the county. The man just is weird. It's a strange man. Very strange man we have in that county. Very strange man. He's the son. He's the owner of the county. Creighton Donkey is not the son of Sano. Milton Teahjay alone owns that place.
Telling you. When I see someone that you have destroyed yourself irreparably, well, enough for me to say that the future. That's the future. You are only there to thank God. I guess thank God that it is not.
You said something about destroy himself irreparably. Okay, meaning that it can be repaired. The man has destroyed himself. Only the future will tell, right? So you don't know what the future is. It could be the future of this young man, the same future that the young man has right now. He's dead. So nobody knows. He knows the future. He knows what he's planning to do. So anybody gotta watch out. The man's not a good man.
Who fought you? There's no cool man who fought you. You took yourself to the slaughterhouse. You did it yourself.
He's talking about carrying himself to the slaughter hall. You see? Yeah, he put cruel man. It's not cruel man who did that to you. So, being with Creighton Donkey right now, it means that Sonny Boy is in the slaughter hall right now. You know what they can do in the slaughter hall? They kill the animals. So Teahjay is saying, by Sonny Boy Noah aligning himself with Creighton Donkey, he is in the slaughter hall. He's gone already. You're going to do anything to eliminate that man. You put yourself in the slaughter hall. It's bad. This guy is evil. He said, Tony Boy, you put yourself in the slaughter hall. You see, you just slaughtered the other guy. So he said, Sonny Boy, you put yourself in the slaughter hall. I will slaughter you too. The way Sonny Boy, Creighton Donkey, two of us were going down already. I told you we're going down. You put yourself there. I will pour you to, saying you put yourself, you are also in the slaughter hall now. I will take you too. Sonny Boy gotta watch out. Listen to Teahjay.
And I'm not arguing with you. I just don't like the fact that you want the young fellow with the turning on tomorrow. Destroy yourself like that because that's gonna be that guy behind you. In practice and in theory. You damage yourself. What will you do? The only thing you like is all you man. If it is a thing. He's crazy, there's something by the way you wait. You're not gonna destroy you, my district. But what means a number, man. I've been numbering on the 11th of next month. And see for yourself. I don't know about he finished. Now will he not be saying that I will take that job for him and I will try to come down that I worked on that day. If I mention any talk my mouth,
yeah, that's Milton Teahjay. He's swearing now. Creighton Donkey is done. He's going to do anything you would take that job for him. Whether alive or dead, he's going to do anything to take the job for him. And he told you, I'm the owner of Sinoe, the owner of Sinoe County. And the Teahjay is the owner. So what I'm saying here with Stanley Togba, you can hear from the man language. You can hear the sentiment the hatred that he is putting out, the hatred that is oozing from out of the man. It's not me. So all I'm doing here is a messenger. I'm bringing a message to you, saying people are afraid to say certain things. I will say it. All right. So that's the dark hands of Teahjay beyond the death, the mysterious death of Stanley Togba. Let's get to our last talking point here for the night, so I can pay attention to my children here. All right. So we want to do this last one here. Which we call the Duncanization of Sinoe. Give me a second here. I want to put this in charge. Oh, hold on a second. While I'm working on that, let me do something here quickly. Do something. Let me give you a quick commercial. I'll be right back.
D12 on the beat.
That because of bad dream, I'm a not sleep, yeah. I'm a not sleep. That because you hungry, I'm a not eat. Oh yeah. That because of bad dream, I'm a not sleep, yeah. I'm a not sleep. That because you hungry, I'm a not eat. Oh yeah. Before Kufu was a bella boss. 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 One life to live, two places to go. Yeah. Tomorrow is promised to nobody. One girl can one day for daddy. One day for daddy. Baby girl come shake it for daddy. Shake it for daddy. Go down, bring it up, bring it down, put it up. One day, one day, one day, maybe grind it. Don't let your problems hold you down, yeah. Don't let your worries hold you down. That because of bad dream, you will not sleep, yeah. You will not sleep. That because they're hungry, you will not eat. That because of bad dream, you will not sleep, yeah. That because they're hungry, you will not eat. Before Kufu was a bella boss. 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 I not eat today, I will eat tomorrow. Good luck and sheep like that now they seen, yeah. Today for you, tomorrow I'm my own, yeah. Oh yeah. One for you shall see your face, yeah. Oh yeah. One girl can one day for daddy. One day for daddy. Baby girl come shake it for daddy. Shake it for daddy. Go down, bring it up, bring it down.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Voice of Sinoe, our last talking point for the night. So this one, I call this let me get my start reposition a little bit, please. Get a camera set up. Position. Okay. So we call this the Duncanization of Sinoe. Is it a prospective political move in preparation for 2023 or a genuine effort to develop Sinoe? All right. So Milton Duncan is one of the lawmakers from Sinoe County. Let me get his picture here for you. He has been making some headways in Sinoe. Let's see, where's the lawmaker picture here? That's Representative Milton Duncan of Sinoe County. So the Duncanization of Sinoe, what is that? Well, Duncanization to me, if you ask me, or I coin that word, the Duncanization of Sinoe is the effort that appears to be an attempt to develop Sinoe, but on the other hand, it appears to be a political campaign. So Duncanization is building projects all over the county. It's a good thing, yes. So the county has been Duncanized, and people are saying, pundits are saying this is not genuine. This is one of those things, politicians, they play the tricks when they want something from people. They act like they love the people. They build projects. The smart ones like Creighton Duncan, they're doing stuff ahead of time. You have to understand this is quid pro quo, something for something. They also call reciprocal advantage. You scratch my back, I scratch your back. So Creighton Duncan is now making investment. He's investing to become the senator of Sinoe County. After all, Senator Milton Teahjay has challenged him. Senator Teahjay said he want to make sure and take him from the county. And so that has infuriated Creighton Duncan. He said, okay, how can I defeat the owner of Sinoe County? So the best thing to do is to appear like I'm developing Sinoe County so that I can trick the people. When they vote for me, I become senator. So Teahjay can move. I want to remove the man. Since the man said, Turnbull has taken himself to the slaughter hall. Ban with me a mouse of slaughter hall. I'm a slaughter hall. So Teahjay wants to slaughter me and I have to do something. So Creighton Duncan, the Duncanization of Sinoe, he has been undertaking projects during the campaign. I was kind of a little confused. He was campaigning for Senator Augustine Cheaism for a re-election. But then in the process, it would be like he is running campaign for himself. I build a building, I build the other building, I do this one. Are you selling yourself to the people or are you selling Augustine Cheaism? And that's the question I was asking myself. So, but basically, Representative Creighton Duncan started a campaign already. He's campaigning for a senatorial slot. And he made it clear in his recent videos, or one of them, that I'll play the video for you, that when he's waiting right now, he said, I am waiting for the people petition so I can accept it. I'm waiting for a petition right now. So let's listen to, let me showcase some of the things he's doing in the county. Now, this boss right here, let me put the boss here first. This boss was given to F.J. Grant Hospital in Sinoe. That was Senator Teahjay's donation. Okay, to the hospital. But we got to understand here, this is not Senator Teahjay's personal money. The man is a crooked man. So what he did was there was something they call legislative projects. So the government will allocate, they will give you guys money and say, carry it to your people, or you can undertake project for the people. All right. So Senator Teahjay, the legislative money, right? The money that people gave him, what he did was to give this boss to the people. Now, here's something that people don't get. The boss looks brand new. It looks shiny over there. But the man bought this old boss, carried to the Mandingo people. They spray it and pour all that thing on it. It's an old boss. It doesn't work right now. He carried to Sinoe. After 1 week, it broke down. The man is a crook. He carried that old boss to the people. And the rest of the money, he put it in your pocket. And he said, we'll not get these things. Yeah, they spray the boss for all that on it so he can look beautiful. Oh, very, very old boss. Do you still see these bosses around? When I went to Liberia, that's when I saw them. They're not around anymore. One of the old bosses, man, just they whitewash it and pour all that thing and say Senator Teahjay and put his name on it. The boss doesn't work anymore. It's not running. Now, Senator Teahjay did that, right? And he said he would take Creighton Duncan. So Creighton Duncan said, okay, since you want to challenge me now, I got to start in the competition with you and see what you can do, whether you can beat my record in the county. So Creighton Duncan first started with building bus stations in the county, right? Building bus station or stop where people can meet or can wait for the bus. And he donated some buses a few days and we'll show it to you. So this is one of the bus stop by Creighton Duncan. One of the bus stops he built in Sinoe County. You see COD, it means Creighton Old Man Duncan. So he put a name on it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I hate to do this, but you see, when people build chicken huts for our people and they call that development, it pisses me off. Representative Creighton Duncan lived in the United States for years. He went to school here. But when they go to our country, they give us these rudimentary stuff. And the thing, I mean, our people don't know any better. They build these, I mean, the old stuff. I mean, like basic stuff that, man, how can you build a thing and call it a bus stop? That thing doesn't look how it looks. A bus stop? That thing should be for the chicken. That God's supposed to be in there, not human beings. Is that bus stop over there? The guys are making mockery out of the people in that place. You see serious development going on around the world, and the man built that thing. He said, bus stop. He is proud to put his name on that thing. COD, bus stop. I don't know why he didn't put a bus on it too, so you know. So that's one of the things that Mr. Creighton Duncan did. He built a bus stop in Sinoe County because he is competing with Milton Teahjay. Milton Teahjay put fear in him and say, you know what, I'm the owner of Sinoe County. I will take you from there. And so Creighton Duncan say, I will build chicken hut for you, as to call it bus station. Is that bus station over there? And there's serious people in that country. So now the bus station, you say, you know what, since Senator Teahjay gave her a well-washed bus, a bus that doesn't work, that he well-washed, he carried to the county and give it to the hospital, it doesn't work. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to disgrace Teahjay with that well-washed bus that doesn't run. They spray and carry to the people feeling jubilating, it can't work. So what Creighton Duncan did was he donated this massive bus, 72-seater bus. So it's a huge challenge to Teahjay. You want to see that's 3 buses, 73 seater bus each. There's another one here. All right. That's something that Creighton Duncan is doing right now, getting prepared for 2023. Because the owner of Sinoe County has challenged him. It's a huge challenge to Teahjay. A well-washed bus that has 4 seats in it, and then a 73-seater bus, or buses. 3 of them he gave. 3. He gave it to the students of Sinoe County so that they can go to school free. You're going to take care of everything. How is it that a man out of a sudden just became a humanitarian? Out of the blue. Is that a challenge from Teahjay? That's why? Yes, that's it. Nothing else. Teahjay has challenged the man. So all the money he has now, you say, you know what? I will show you that I took enough money from the central bank, which is still on an investigation for that money. How did he get the money Somebody who was poor. He came from the U.S. after schooling. He went back to Liberia. He never had a chicken hut in Sinoe County. And now the man is building all over the place, buying 73-seater buses all over the place, giving children free scholarship. Something he never did before. It's called Duncanization of Sinoe. You play tricks, you make the investment. That investment Clifton Duncan is doing right now, this is not genuine development of Sinoe County. It's political development. You want something from the people, and so you say, you know what? We're going to get in the heads of the people. Let's get the students right, because of the students, they can agitate. When we'll get them, we'll get the rest of the people. So let's get the student, but that is not true. Let me see here. Let's listen to Clifton Duncan for a second. Let's listen to him. These are the bosses. So we want to say congratulations, though, to him for the bosses. Now, somebody will ask me, but Teahjay gave a well-washed bus that doesn't work. Duncan has donated 3 buses, built personal radio station in Buto. What has Zaza done? That will be the question somebody will be asking. Okay, let me not tell you. That Teahjay tell you.
Representative from constituency number 3 in Sinoe, Honorable Zaza. Before Zaza became a representative, there was no high school outside of Greenville. And through his work, we have a high school in Jwaza.
Am I hearing those?
And I want to thank him for such a brilliant piece of work in our county.
All right, so Teahjay gave a well-washed, a 3-seater bus to the people. Okay, 3-seater bus to the people. Duncan beat him with 3 73-seater buses. 3 Senator Augustine Cheaism, you say, you know what? While Teahjay and Duncan are running competition with cars, what I would do is build a vocational school for the children. Those that cannot get academic education, let them get vocational training. On the other hand, Mr. Zaza, as Teahjay just told us, he said, you know what? Education is also important. So I will build the first high school outside of Greenville. So when the children will graduate, it's not necessary to have to go to Greenville when they finish middle school. They don't have to go to Greenville to get high school education. I will do it outside of Greenville. So he built that. So you see the competition. So 2023, you want to make the choice. Do you want this guy right here, that gave you 3-seater bus that doesn't work, washed it? Or you want Clifton Duncan, who gave you 3 buses, 73-seater buses? Or you want Honorable Zaza, who gave you the first high school outside of Greenville and exposed corruption in the county? Do you want Augustine Cheaism, even though he's not on the ballot? Yes, he's not on the ballot, but do you want him to build vocational school for our children? So ultimately, the decision will be the people to make. But when you ask me, in order for you, the people of Sinoe County, the young students in Sinoe County, to buy buses for Sinoe as well, you go with Mr. Zaza, because you know what? He is building academic institutions. Clifton Duncan is buying buses for you right now because he went to school. Okay? And so Zaza is saying, I want to give you the education too. So when you graduate, you go to college, and that's why he was a co-sponsor for the community college in Sinoe County. Now we have community college, so you can also have free community college education. You get a free 2-year degree, and then you buy buses for Sinoe County. So that decision will be yours to make. We will make the case to the people. We will show you the right direction to go. Do you want somebody, Mr. Zaza, for example, who has been given scholarship when he was not representative? When you're just appointed government official, he has been doing a lot. That's something he's been doing before. Quentin Duncan wants a position now, and he making an announcement. The first deuce, the first 3% will be on my scholarship until you graduate college. The man is only replicating what Zaza has already done. When I went to Labrador the other day, guess what? I saw at least 4 persons. The first person I saw was the gentleman that came with the representative elect of Sinoe County Electoral District number 2, Mr. Something, where the guy that came with him came there in the fence and Papa greeted them. And the guy was like, he said, Papa, do you know me? And Mr. Zaza, no, I don't know you, young man. He said, wow, Papa, you can't remember me? The guy was telling, he said, Papa, right now I'm the director. Somewhere he called the place name. I'm the director there. It's because of you. That scholarship you approved for me. The man was saying it right in front of me. Papa said, my son, thank you so much. That's all I need. Just that acknowledgement. He said, Papa, I can't forget what you did for me. I'm a director right now. Yeah, because of that scholarship, I ran all over the place and nobody could do it. And I went to your office and you didn't hesitate. You approved that. Is that the man we want, or the one that fighting over who will give more bosses? Bosses don't add value to the people. Education is. Okay. Like Marie pointed out here, how can you buy buses when we don't have roads? Those are not planes. They don't fly. You got to drive. The roads are terrible. I was in Liberia the other day. Nobody telling me I was there. In the capital city, the roads are death traps. And to think about Sinoe County. So the men, they are running competition. Teahjay bus, they can't even go anywhere because it's so tiny. Those roads, when it gets in one beat, that's why it broke down in no time. Because the holes are deep. Getting tired is done. What Teahjay bus, so Quentin Duncan said, at least I'll bring bigger ones. At least they will last long. And myself, I will take care of it. Teahjay left the bus with the people. He said, when it breaks down, you're on your own. So Quentin Duncan said, you know what? Instead of following Teahjay by example, he gave old boss already, he well washed it. He asked that it's a new boss. Myself, my bosses, I don't know what I assume that well-washed bosses too. They don't know like new brand bosses. They're not brand new. But he said, I will take care of them when they are broken down. I mean, anything happens, I'm taking care of it. You don't have to worry. All you have to do for your children should get out in the morning, get out in the morning and get out in the morning and just go to my bus station. The chicken hut, go there and the boss will pick it up. Okay? So at this point, let's listen to Quentin Duncan a little bit here. I mean, so you can hear what the prelude to 2023 is going to be contentious in Sinoe County. The politics in Sinoe County will be brutal. Telling you now. Let me show you this. Let me show you this quickly. Some videos from Quentin Duncan. Let me see. Let me try this one.
through competition. If I build this thing, you must build your own. If I do this one, you must do this one. That's the only way development must come here. But let me tell you one story. What happened in Jackson Village? In Jacksonville, on the day that I built the first high school in Tocqueville, on my way coming from Monrovia, I stopped in Tocqueville to dedicate the first high school in that particular area. Because many times when they graduate from junior high, they stay home. Nobody they know in Greenville to come to go to school. So in the end, they go back on the farm. So I decided to build a high school for them. When I was leaving to come to Tocqueville, because the people in Jacksonville, they asked me to build a town hall for them. I went and built that town hall. I spent $10,000 to build it for them. Do you know that someone got up and said that they contributed $150 for that building? So because I spent my $10,000 to build it, they took the hammer and bust my name for all on the building in Jacksonville. And what I want to tell you, if you can bring $150 to give to the community, and I come and I build a center that has $10,000 that I use for my pocket, and you tell me say my name not supposed to be there because you contributed $150, I want you to know one thing. Development comes through competition. When I build my own, you know what? When I build my own, you know what? Stop breaking things down. Stop destroying things. This is why I have come to tell you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's Curtin Duncan. The campaign for 2023 has started. All right. If I build my own, you build your own. Stop destroying. So the person you were referring to was Senator Milton Teahjay. The town hall he built for the people. Senator Teahjay went there and authorized the boys and vandalized that building. Removed a name on it because he paid $100, and Curtin said he paid $10,000 to construct the building, and Teahjay paid $100 or $150 and said, why you put your name on it? So he told the people, you vandalized the building. So it want to be 2023 will be interesting. You see, do you want the guy who's vandalizing, who breaking building, or the guy who paid $10,000 to construct that? All right. So let's see how you're gonna be like in 2023. And he said the youth center he built, certain people. Somebody said there's a video club, and so when the people come, those people that are calling the building a video club, they should not enter the video club. All right. I think that is so basic. For his level, I think it's Michelle Obama that said, when they go low, you go high. So I didn't expect Curtin Duncan to say, don't call him my building, saying he's at a video club. Since the man is acting childlike, I know it's Senator Teahjay because you were on radio one time and criticizing the building. Let the man go there. It doesn't matter. It's not going to destroy the building. Let the man look weird as he is. But when you say, oh, he shouldn't come in the house, then we are reducing ourselves to high schoolers now or middle schoolers now. No. That should be above your purview. Let the man say what he wants to say. Yes. We have a big child inside of Teahjay. He's a big baby. And so he can say anything. He doesn't think about that. And so we want you to set yourself aside apart from him. Don't say, oh, don't come in my building. Imagine my building, that kind of sound. All right, so let's listen to another video. We are winding down here. Curtin Duncan, another video. Let me play this one.
Petition. And if that petition says, COD, I want you to go for senator. I promise you, I will beat that one. And if that petition says, COD, I want you to go for senator, I promise you, I will beat that one. That will never
All right, Senator Representative Clayton Duncan promised to beat that one. The name is not called, but we know that one. All right, so the challenge is already on in Sinoe County. He is now waiting for the petition. Once the people petition him, he is ready to beat that one. The Sinoe County Politics 2023 will be door-eat-door. We'll be asking the people questions. Do you want Mr. Clayton Duncan, or do you want Honorable Zarzar, or do you want Teahjay? There are three options. But before I go with further analysis, I got something to say here. But one more video. So Clayton Duncan has promised to beat that one once the people submit their petition to him. So one more video, and then we'll be wrapping up here.
And I want you to listen well. There's a reason that I came back to Sinoe. After leaving Sinoe 1976, so 1979, I decided after going all around, ended up in America, went to school there, got my master's degree. I decided to come back home. When I came home, I was in Monrovia. I started teaching the Quadruple Master's Degree program. I started teaching the United Methodist University. I went to work for the Central Bank of Liberia. But my heart was never satisfied. And the reason my heart was not satisfied has now begun in this 2021. And I want you to understand it well. Our county has been divided by a handful of people who want to keep the county divided in order for them to keep in the leadership. And in as much as they are in the leadership, they are so mean that they do not want to build or to develop our county. Every money since we elected them to power, they use it for they and their family. Every paycheck that they take, they prefer taking it and putting it in a pocket for they and their family. I have decided to come home to change the way in which they do things in this county. And I want you to understand it. Many people say, oh, Duncan got money, Duncan didn't know what to do with his money. I want to tell you that I know what to do with my money. And the reason I have decided to do what I'm doing in Sinoe is because Sinoe now is my wife. I have married Sinoe County. And you know what it means when they say you marry a woman? That means everything you want to do for that woman to make her happy. And so I have married Sinoe. Right now, there is nothing that I want. How many houses can I sleep in at a time? How many beds can I sleep in my own bedroom? So I have seen the world now. I have traveled all over the world. I have decided to be here in order to help to change the way our people think in this country. And so, this is why I will continue to fight those leaders who do not want to help our people, but rather to divide our people. I will make sure that I will do my best. First of all, they know the evil us, and they are dragging behind us. I am going to continue to expose them. I will continue 4th year that we are entering in. Since the people of
All right, so that was Representative Creighton Duncan campaigning, pre-campaign for 2023. All right, so that is clear. He took jabs at other people. If you listen to him, he did not speak in the singular. He spoke in the plural. First, he says something. There are people in the country that have been few handful of people in the country that have divided our county or our people. Few handful of people. They divided, and he is there to fight them. Okay. So who are those people? We don't know as of yet. I know one, but I don't know the rest. So as time goes by, the man might tell us. And he said the people they are so mean. When they get paid, they put their money in their pocket and they send it to their family overseas. All right. Has Mr. Duncan sent money overseas? I'm quite sure he has done it. But politics, when you're ready, you throw other people under the bus, men in a low bag. Meanwhile, you are doing the same thing. Some politicians are hypocrites. They do the same thing, but they moralize. They make themselves look like good ones. And the other one, they want to make the other people be the boogies, So he says people will take their money, their check. Okay, he said their paycheck. Okay, so if I get my paycheck, who should I give it to? Should I feed my family? Oh, yes, that's my obligation. That's what I'm supposed to do. Does Creighton Duncan feed his family with a paycheck? Oh, yes, he does that. But then he using it as a political, people send all that money to their family. Oh, yes, if I have stolen money from the central bank, and I don't use it, use it for myself, but other people, they are using their money that they earn legitimately. You say your paycheck. If it is your paycheck, you earn it. So you can spend it anyhow you want to do. It shouldn't be a problem. But when you take the money from the central bank, which you told us that you had the central bank, you were poor. When you came from school here, you were dead poor. And you worked at the central bank, and all of a sudden, you are now buying all these buildings all over the place and putting people's scholarship. And where are you taking the money from? When you say the government is struggling and people are not getting paid, where are you getting your money from? And so 2023, we're going to be asking these questions. From now, 2020, because we got to start the campaign now. Do I want him to be a lawmaker? Yes. But you have to come with clean hands. Your hands cannot be muddy, dirty. And then you want to portray yourself as the right man for the people. When he was quiet, when he was beyond Senator Teahjay here, we couldn't hear from Creighton Duncan. They were buddies. But now Teahjay say, you know what, I will take you from the county. So you get angry and you say, you know what, I'll build chicken hut for the people and call it bus station. No roads. Yes. You were quiet. When the tribal stuff was going on in the county, Creighton Duncan was and Numbers Law. They used to be with Teahjay. If I can pull the document up, Creighton Duncan was one of the people inside the county that stopped our people from getting jobs. When the Sinkin statutory district, when the nominees were sent, Creighton Duncan, Teahjay, and the late Numbers Law, they were on one side. Zaza and Joseph Nambwe, they were on one side. The guy they ran bogus propaganda against their own people. The article out there, they signed it. Oh, the district is not legitimate and the people should not get jobs. But all of a sudden now, oh, he's a good guy. He's a good guy now. Oh, yes, he's a good guy. He was one of those, they cast the vote of no confidence in Romeo Kuya, which I think was fair. Yes. It was fair on that one. So, we'll give you the profile of this guy that coming right now when they give used buses to our people. They come and then they start to point fingers at other people. Oh, the other one, I want to do this one. Yeah. Like we are in a little classroom here. I mean, we want to see real transformation in Sinoe County. We want to see modern roads built in the county. We want to see the people living on an electricity 24/7. You guys are living on a 24/7 power. You're driving the best car, and then when you buy one car, old car, used car, and then you come moralize on the other people. The generality of the comments, of the remarks is the problem to me. When you say a few handful of people, they are so mean. Wasn't it mean to the people when you stop people from getting jobs, Mr. Donkey? Wasn't it mean? It was savage. People are suffering for jobs in the country. You collaborated with Teahjay and stop people from getting jobs in district number 3, the Sinkin Statutory District. That was savage, sir. We're gonna say it. The voice of Sinoe. I'm not here to delineate your history to the people right now, but I'm following the politics of Sinoe County. And so when you do something, hey, let the people just give you the glory. Start pointing fingers at other people. Chicken Hut is not something to brag about. Stop. That thing got to be demolished. That's not a bus station. It's not a bus stations over there. The people are raining, the water coming, depending on the direction of the rain, the winds. The people will be wet in there. The wind will blow everybody and they will be wet in there. Peter Donkey himself cannot stay in there. But what people, they see them as pigs. They don't take them seriously. So they do these, they take these, Stone Age projects. They want to take those things and they be breaking. I built bus station. When you came to the USA, you in that play above. I mean, so the man said, I know 10 bus stations. So I wanted to see them. And I found out, look at it, see, I said, is that a bus station here? No power in it. Nowhere to sit down. The people, they are what? They're just standing. I mean, like, nowhere to sit. No bench. No power. In there, some kind of animal get one at night, they will just run in there. Snake and kind, nothing. But the people say that development on it, these are jokes. That's not politics. I mean, you understand what he said? He said development comes through politics. So the guy got to play politics with the people. Yeah, that's what the people are for, politics. Yeah, political toys for Creighton Dunkins and order. Creighton Duncan and order mean the people of Sinoe County are political toys. So the guy will play with them all day. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you very much for joining me. Let me see the comments that are training. I'll call you a night. I've been on for, I think I exhausted my time already. Yeah, so let me see some of the comments here and then I will call you a night. Man, that bus stop really yeah, that's a bus stop. Where are the roads before building bus stops? Okay. A question for Creighton Duncan. When Teahjay was stealing the money over there, Zaza was running the campaign. He did not suppose Zaza. You were quiet because they were buddies. And now you say, oh, Teahjay, my enemy, I will build bus stop. We want streets and avenues in the city first before buses. Okay, need a place that the people of Sinoe County talking now, not me. Marie also said, please show the school building. You show us the buses. We want to see the schools. Good one. All right, next show will show you. I mean, you know I'm an evidentialist. I will show you the school next time. Okay, but at least you did not hear it from me. It was Teahjay that made the announcement. And so when Teahjay can say, you got to know that it's valid. You know, Teahjay is not a friend of Zaza. And he says Zaza built it for school. I mean, I'm not the one that says Teahjay that said it. All right, so okay, so that was all right. That's so Maria. I like your skepticism, your critical mind. That's good. I will next time show you the pictures of the school. All right, so that being said, ladies and gentlemen, have a pleasant night. I want to say thank you so much for all of you that join me. Akuma, how you doing? Welcome aboard. Let me recognize you guys before I go. So when I recognize you, I will clap for you. All right. Yay! All right, that's Kuma. That's clap for you. My lawmaker, thanks for coming back, Mr. Weah Sampson. So we're getting applause, okay? Yes, okay. Like Victor, what's up? Thanks for following. We'll give you applause, sir. Thanks for following. Madam Rebecca's Espanto, thanks for following. Clap for her too. Woo, woo. Until May, thanks for joining. Thank you, thank you. Develop clap too. Hey Marie, thanks for joining me again. Say thank you. You deserve a clap. Uncle James Panto, Mr. Panto, how you doing? Round of applause for you too. Who here? Milton, thanks for following, Chief. And President Miles, you got going salute. Yeah. Who here again? Aura, our queen. That's a queen. So we got a nose gun salute for her there. Hey, that's Minzy. How you doing? Thanks for joining me. Appreciate you. Tonic. How you doing? Thanks for joining me as well. That's Dorcas. Thanks for joining me. Appreciate you. Mr. Cooley Morris on Sapo Nation. I'm about to leave so we can follow your show, sir. Thanks for joining me. Woo! That's Amelia Tijani. Thanks for joining me. That's Tape. Yeah, that's Root Tobo Tape. That's I think it's Bishop Tape. Thanks for joining me, sir. So I think those are the people I'm seeing right now. I can see all of you. Let me see before I skip somebody. My Oma here, Madam Duane, how you doing? Thanks for joining me. Appreciate you as well. All right, so those are the people I'm seeing right now. If I don't see you, it's not purpose. I'll recognize you. So that being said, let me see what I got for you for closing musically, and we're gonna call it a night. So we'll play the Queen of traditional music for closing. Okay, next time you come join Voice of Sinoe, 3 p.m. Monday through Friday, and you will get it later for Sinoe County, Liberia, the U.S. All right. So that being said, I'm out. Hungary. All right, guys. We want to talk to you another time. This is the Voice of Sinoe in the diaspora with Doc Sayapode Esoteric, coming to you live from Prospect Park, Pennsylvania, these United States of America. Have a wonderful night.